core carrying, but that also means that we need crit to do really well, because crit massively enables the ball. I guess what I'm saying here is this is a team effort.
I mean, for sure, I think the entirety of Falcons and why they always do well is because they're a system-based team with 5 players functioning at a very high level. Of course, crit, as you see on the screen with the lines, the SDs, the clock, all of these heroes want to play through another hero. They're not independent guys that are going to like solo break the game.
Guys.
There's a clock to go get information for someone else to go
Team Liquid versus Falcons.
Very much a system type player.
Matalo laglag. Kamusta?
I think Falcons, the reason why they're in the lower bracket,
Hindi po pwede yung ganyan.
Saw from Iron Wing, the same type of initiations was what was happening with Falcons against Nigma, especially in that game 3.
Sino kaya mananalo? Ano kanina? Bet Boom or Boom Boys kanina against Iron Wing. So kalungkutan. Hindi sila pinalad yung Iron Wing. So mali tayo ng prediction dun. But it's okay. Maganda tong series na papanoorin natin today.
But it's okay. But yeah, I think both of these teams in form, easy.
Let's do this. Through this.
To crit again as well, because I think that
big shoutout sa inyo dyan, guys. Tapusin natin tong TI. Napakaganda ng mga series. Laging walang susuko talaga eh. Hindi yung one-sided eh. Laging biglang may turnaround, tapos biglang may magkakamali, tapos sobrang solid. So tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Tignan natin kung sino ang mananalo dito. Maglagay nga tayo ng poll. Who will win this series? Team Liquid? Team Falcons.
Right? So, that's what we just done.
Well, we've highlighted a little bit how Falcons got to this.
I think we're ready.
How do you feel Team Liquid got to this?
Ready.
They definitely didn't go the way they planned.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit confused.
Kanino tayo dito, guys? Kanino tayo dito?
Utilize, and we know Liquid has been traditionally a team that wants to play really fast, but unfortunately again, they have the problem where the patch doesn't really reward fast teams. You have to figure out how to balance everything out. You need to have late game security, and that's not really how Liquid likes to play. They both kind of want to play with a very active
mga phosphor nila.
As a team, Liquid is less greedy compared to Falcons.
Adrian Eder, shoutout naman sa mga kasama ko sa work, sila Michael, Cheche at Yoyo. Shoutout sa inyo dyan, guys. Welcome back. Habang nagwo-work, tamang nood lang ng dotes. Enjoy. At syempre sa'yo din, Adrian Eder. Shoutout din sa'yo for your never-ending support dito sa channel. Yawn.
Continue trying to run the centaur, right? Against Nigma, they did it, of course, against Boom Boys as well. They tried the centaur mid.
Basican lang natin to.
Stratton playbook that they're trying to bring to the tournament. Is it something that's going to carry over today in the lower bracket? If it is, what is Niche going to be ready to play against it? Like, it's quite a clunky mid hero that just kind of ice sit and farm. Whatever you pick will also farm, but of course it provides other kind of properties later into the game.
They are trying to find like flex heroes, and a lot of them. Like,
kanino kayo dito, guys?
I like the Pango actually the most. Even though Pango.
Sino bang natin dito? Sino ba manok natin dito?
Falcons, it's a hero that has very high value. In the past, they tend to use like Razor, Husker as a flex pick. But right now, I think Pango is probably a hero that would suit them a lot more. I agree with you, T, that I don't think Centaur fits the build that much. Even though it looked like it might work, but in terms of strategy, it has a lot of weaknesses. It has a lot of holes, and it's not really that great on the mid lane.
Are there any niche picks in particular that when these two teams appear on stage that we think about? Like, oh, I can't wait to see.
Exciting to, guys, Offlane.
I think Enchantress.
Ang nila dito, ang downside dito is offlane. Yung offlaner ng Team Liquid, sakto lang si Ace. Pero sulit naman sa carry. Okay naman si Mickey mag-carry. Ang Falcons naman, Skitter, sakto lang, scary. Pero si Amar naman yung nila, talagang main guy nila na gumagawa ng mga kakaibang play. Tsaka syempre yung mid matchup, okay din yan. Smaurin versus Nisha. Napakaganda ang panoorin.
He's broke off lane with a range carry.
Nathaniel.
Just try and run through with like Manta BKB or whatever. Like,
Masyon, shoutout sa'yo. Ivan Sitar. Welcome, welcome. And kay Gavin.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be.
Naglalaro ka loads ng ML dati, bro. Dati. Nung nasa Pinas pa. Yan. Mythic Glory tayo dati pero tinigil na natin. Lakas makaubos ng oras eh. Dota din naman. So, tabla lang, sabi nga. Tabla lang tayo.
Well, this is a series that happened not too long ago. In essence, too, this was the grand finals, actually. 3-0 in favor of Team
Ayos to,
Liquid. And in case anybody remembers it,
Palapit na tayo sa sa exciting part
some long games and one
Rank sa Dota, Ancient.
It was pretty
Gang Ancient lang tayo tas tumigil na dahil hindi na kaya ng oras. Ano na lang, turbo na lang. Uy, wow! Kamusta naman daw, bro? Balita ko mahirap yung Oske. Yung misis ko, pasado na siya sa Oske. See you soon sa AU. Saan kayo sa AU? Western Australia, brother, no? Dalo kayo dito sa Melb. Kahit di tayo masyadong close, magiging close tayo. I promise. 2 PC ko dito. Pwede tayo mag-Dota. Pwede tayo mag-Dota. Durugin natin yung Australia server. Kala mo talaga magaling, no?
Always an overachiever with his gameplay. This guy comes out.
Ayos yan. Para sa pangarap. Hindi madali, pero sa Australia, guys, magaang yung buhay in terms of work-life balance. Pero hindi siya madali in terms of gastusin. Kasi, kikita ka ng dollar, pero gagastos ka din ng dollar. So, break even lang. Pero, hindi ka exhausted. Tas meron kang, may balance ka sa buhay mo. Which is really good. Yun naman yung nagustuhan namin dito sa Australia. Bata pa si Mallory, no? 21 pa lang. Sino ang top 3 teams ko? Ivan, Vision, Team Spirit, tsaka Nigma. Yan, gusto ko yung Nigma. Gusto ko yung Nigma, ulit. Bumulusok ulit yung Nigma. Kung meron man, kung meron mga... kung makapasok man sila, syempre, mas maganda kung may top 3 nila or kahit may panalo nila yung TI. Hindi na masama.
Guys, the system again, we go back to the system. I think Liquid...
Okay lang yung sounds natin, guys. Malinaw ba? Malinaw ba yung mic natin? Sabihan nyo ako, guys, kung may problem tayo sa stream natin. Chat away lang kayo dyan. Ayun nga. Ito ang maganda sa China. Mga ganyan. Ayan. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you. Iyan ang gusto ko sa China. May mga may star pa sa noo. Solid na solid. May mga coaches. Awi and Blitz.
As we do see AY standing, whereas Blitz is sitting down.
So I was reading the lobby chat, I'll be honest. So your question was they have the similar...
Kaya ba ng Falcons?
Oh, I'm asking.
No, they have polar
mahirap to, bro, ha? Mahirap to. Siguro ang ko dyan, ang prediction ko, 60-40 Falcons. Yan, 60-40 Falcons. Medyo nasa underdog dating Liquid for me. Medyo nasa underdog. Dalawang lane na matchup, medyo lamang yung lamang yung Falcons. Yung mid, I guess, medyo ahead or above si Malarin dito against Nisha. Then, off lane, Amar. Tapos, sa carry naman, bibigay ko kay Mickey yan. May sakit naman Team Liquid nagiging Pinoy tumatalong. Yun nga, yung inconsistency lang, no?
I see.
Sinesearch ko sa YT Kuya Kebs, walang makita. Kasi naman, hindi naman Kuya Kebs yung pangalan ng ano ko, yung channel ko, Idol Vince. Kamusta naman? Welcome back. Saan ba kayo tumatambay pag di ako naka-live? Doon sa mismong Dota ako sa Lupon. Mahirap pa ka talaga i-search yan, brother. Subscribe ka na at saka notification bell. Kaya naman manalo ng Falcons ng isa. Oo naman. Oo naman. Melbet. Okay, I see. Oh well, sa mga bet lords natin dyan, good luck sa inyo. Bet what you can afford to lose, sabi nga nila. Sa Tagalog, kung ano lang yung kaya nyo ipatalo, hindi yung magbebenta ng electric pan para makapag-bet, di ba? Let troll Nisha. Uy, troll Nisha, mid-troll. So, against Ember, pwede yun. Pero tingnan natin. Ang Team Falcons nagpakita na ng kakaibang kakaibang tips and tricks dito kay yung kay Huskar. Alam niyo yung ulti ni Huskar tapos ipapike. So parang parang nadodrawback lang yung hero. So setup yun. Tingnan natin kung i-allow ng Team Liquid na pumasok yung Huskar na yan.
Again, they have the ability to have this
over duration or over frags. Ano yung frags, bro? Alam ko lang na frags yung palaka eh.
Unless you look at the Essence tournament and then technically it's very one-sided, but
anong duration ang tanong sa mga dyan? Kills. Trust me, Falcons 2-0. Uy, sabi ni Ariel. Medyo medyo tindig all-in nga daw. All-in, tindig tindig Falcons. Tiwalang-tiwala sa Falcons. We'll see. Tingnan natin. This is gonna be exciting, guys. Don't forget to like our stream, guys, ha. Pagpasok, like agad. Salamat. Para naman na tayo. Makita tayo sa YT ng iba para dumami ang nakakakwentuhan natin. Diba last year Falcons nanalo? Yes, Vince. Sila ang defending champions. Iyan ang gusto ko sa China. Kamusta? Shoutout kay Ace. Hulas na agad. First game pa lang. Bro, where are you from? I'm from I was born in the Philippines and currently living in Australia. Ariel. Kla. What's that? Kla Toot. How about you, brother? Where are you from?
Team Liquid does heavily focus on banning out some heroes.
Okay, so mga bans dito, Trend Protector, ES, ayan na, Huskar, and Centaur. Mostly mga mostly mga heroes ni Malrine. Ang Falcons naman nagban siya ng SF, Ember Spirit, and Nature's Prophet. Ayaw nilang ibigay kay Mickey yung Nature's Prophet. From Myanmar. Alright. Big shout out to you, brother. Welcome to the channel. So first pick from Falcons will be Bounty Hunter. Let's see if Undying will be picked. Lone Druid or Ayo. Okay. So Lina, first pick for Team Liquid. I think this will be Mickey's hero.
I agree. I think if his goal is
this is gonna be exciting. They will allow Lone Druid to maybe to be picked. Kaya namang i-counter daw ng Lina yan na right click. So we'll see.
He doesn't play Dax here, so that's like an issue because Ama is like a person that wants to win the lane.
So far puro Malrine respect bans ang ginawa ng Team Liquid dito. Kasi yung Centaur, guys, ginagamit ni Malrine yan. Mid Centaur. So may Dawnbreaker ban ang Team Falcons. Ayaw nila ng global. So I guess they're setting up for Lone Druid ni Ace. This is what I'm thinking. They're setting up Lone Druid. Kasi yun yung ginawa ng yun yung ginawa ng sino bang gumawa nun? Bet Boom ba? No. Vision against
tried and tested.
Sino ba kalaban ng Vision kahapon? Bet Boom.
Received
Yan.
the Yandex Saxa
Yung
yesterday.
ano lang nila, i-ambush lang lagi nila yung Lone Druid. Tapos may Nature's Prophet na pwedeng mag +1. Yun, no? Yan ang maganda sa TI, guys. Diba? Basic lang. Clockwork is also banned. Ayan, mga setup.
They could just copy Yandex and see how that goes.
I think 1 point to the bounty with a
Bounty
bomb.
Hunter. So this will be ano na naman, an annoying game for Team Liquid.
Ancients, because the carry
Milig ka pala boss sa Banyaga. Hindi, nakatingin ako sa sa Aegis, bro. Ay no, napakaganda ng Aegis.
you can farm that and come back. You don't have to.
Baka magilitan tayo ng liig ni Mrs. Delikado. Aegis lang tayo titingin at saka sa sa production. Mahirap na at baka mapompyang tayo. Tayo mapompyang.
He's farming, he's gonna be happy. But for Ama, because he's a very aggressive player, if he doesn't put himself or the team doesn't put him in a position where he's allowed to win the lane,
Ano kaya ibaban dito ng Liquid?
He will feed. He will make mistakes because he just keeps pushing it. So I think that they're very different type of players, and you gotta try to bring the best out of them.
Hirap, ang daming available na heroes Life Stealer ang binan. Which is okay. Pwedeng mas stunlock yung carry ng Falcons.
Let them just be themselves and just give them the best options.
Feeling ko may papasok na Pango. Pwedeng Pango ni Mawalin pumasok.
Yeah, possibly.
Again, we'll see. Too early to say.
Champions will still be great for that.
Yeah.
Uy, Spirit Breaker. Okay.
Very start of the day.
Spirit Breaker ni Boxy. Ito na nga yun, no? Pag nahuli yung Lone Druid sa map, sino ang follow-up? That's the question. Mirana, maybe? May Mirana, pwede mag-Mirana si Tofu dito kung papasok yung Mirana. Or pwedeng kunin niya ng Falcons. Medyo, in demand ang Mirana ngayon dahil dun sa niya. Aganim siyang napakakate. Tsaka yung late game potential ng Mirana. And may Razor pick naman dito coming from Falcons. I guess Amar will use this hero. Hindi man tayo sure, pero pwede din yan sa Ayan na, kinuha na nga ng Falcons ang Mirana. Wala pang setup, pero Moonlight Shadow, bayad na bayad yan.
Whatever animal he is, the cow should beat the animal.
Sino kaya ang pwedeng setup dito? Hoodwink. Pwede. Tanggalin yung passive dito na Razor. Ng sharpshooter. Liquid all-in, sabi dito ni Enan Castro. Uy, Underlord. Ito na yung global presence, no? So, pag may na-charge, pwedeng mag-Fiend's Gate yung Underlord. That is if Ace will have a good game. So, once makuha ni Ace yung kanyang Aghanim Scepter, medyo medyo makatito para sa Falcons. Ang fourth pick naman dito, possible support again. Kailangan nila ng defensive support somehow. May andahin pa. Rubik. Okay. Alright. Rubik ni wait. Okay. So Boxy Rubik, Spirit Breaker ni Tofu. So ito na yung hero pick ng Falcons. Pwede nila ilabas yung Lone Druid. Lone Druid. Oh, Sven. Alright. Okay, Sven ni Skitter. Fast game daw to, sabi ni Enan Castro. Tignan natin guys ha. Yung mga betlords natin dyan, good luck sa inyo. Balatuan nyo na lang ako ng pang milk tea pag nanalo. Ang ganda ng tattoo dito ni Blitz, oh. Aegis. Nanalo na kasi siya eh. So, may na siya. May karapatan na siya magpatattoo ng Aegis. Yun, oh, daming tao. Sila lamang sa picks. So far, may magandang setup yung Team Liquid. So far. Pero it will still I don't know. It'll still be depending on the execution. Uy, si Somnus. Tumanda na si Somnus, brother.
If they have a good game, they may stop Skidder ever doing the perfect damage that you require from this pick position, where you kind of feel like the main source of leader threat.
Sige lang. Sabihin yung Wind Ranger. Kasi pwede ding mag-mid yung Lina, Kaya binan nila yung Wind Ranger. Sino kaya next ban nila dito? Best of 3, Psych. Psych Q. Paano ba yun? Psych ba or Psych Q?
Honestly, it could just be a double use
Game 1 Liquid according to Kurizukan or Kurizuchan.
So I think one of them should buy force. Yeah, it counters the Rubik and the plate. I think having double use, it's nice, but I think in practice,
Kasi
one use
pangalan nito.
and they have to distribute the items accordingly.
Gulat na gulat.
I mean, if you're that rich, sure.
At kasama jowa. Jowa. Alright, daming sana. Liquid yan. Falcon yan. Yes, let's have a healthy conversation dito sa chat box, guys. Liquid to pero Nigma magcha-champ. Sabi nga ni Quinks Billy. Sabi din ni Moya, Liquid yan. Uy, nauubos na yung reserve time dito ng Falcons, ha. Hindi nila alam kung ano yung ibaban. Meron ba silang nakakalimutang hero? Kes ang binan. Alright. Hintayin natin yung last pick, Vince. Hintayin natin yung last pick. Once makita natin yung mga last picks nila, mag-predict or kumuha tayo ng side base sa kanilang team composition or sa lineup. Okay? Too early to say eh. May ayaw May ayaw. So ewan ko kung nag-aayaw dito ang Falcons. So Necrophos was banned. Pwedeng hero ni Malrin ang hinihintay natin. Lone Druid meron pa din, yes. Ano kaya ang last pick dito ng Falcons? Ember Spirit, wala, nakaban. ES din nakaban. For Malrin, Pango. Oh, ES. Nakaban yung Pango. Okay. Kaso pwede makuha ni Rubik yung Fissure. So, this is gonna be interesting. Yes, tama. As Rubik, ang dami niyang pwedeng kuning magandang spells. Oo nga. Kasi ako Rubik player ako, guys. Hindi ako magaling pero gusto ko naglalaro ng Rubik. And pag may ES, masaya ako. Dahil sa Fissure. Tsaka yung Undying, yung Decay. Apakasarap pag nakuha mo yung Decay sa team fight. Counter ni Barathroom si Bounty Hunter. Yes. So ano ang last pick dito? Sino ang pwedeng tumapat kay ES na pwedeng sumabay or pwedeng Lina? Tapos mag-pick na lang ulit ang Team Liquid dito ng kanilang carry, which is tatapat dito sa Razor. Who will that be?
the vision would come to.
TI classic jump.
It's so good. It's so good.
Thank God they kept that animation actually.
Okay, Invoker ni Nisha. Let's go.
Spicy.
Pug na, masyadong squishy bro eh.
Against the Sven,
Daming stans ng Falcons. Madaming control naman ang Team Liquid. Pick of wise, I think I'll go for Team Liquid. Team fight, mid game, baka mag Falcons ako. But lineup wise, overall, I'll go for Team Liquid. Laking bagay nung Rubik dito sa composition nila. Ang daming pwedeng kuning magandang spells ang Rubik. Pero again, kailangan nila mag-ingat pa rin. Kasi pwedeng sumetap dito ang Falcons ng kill. Magdedepende pa rin to guys sa execution of course. Yung mga micro skills nila dyan. Kayo, guys, sa 107 na nanonood sa atin ngayon, kinino kayo? Sino ang napipisil nyo dyan base sa kanilang mga lineups? Comment down below. Tara, usap tayo.
Moving about, because it's probably gonna be eventually the Underlord that will be left alone if there's a Spirit Breaker running amok somewhere. But it is proving to be a potential very active early game.
Yes, I will agree too. It'll be a very active early game.
This active early game is probably gonna be very exciting. Definitely gonna be very exciting. You know what's also very exciting? It's an interview with Coach Blitz.
We'll see.
Absolutely, extremely excited.
Action slacks, let's go.
Here with us today, sir. It's not the first time Liquid has gone up against Falcons.
Falcons yan, game 1 lamang sa drop. Falcons din si Liam and Hada Pisanki.
It's incredibly humbling. I believe that this is the first time that me and one of the AUI's teams have ever met on the main
Yan natin
stage.
guys ha.
This is the first time. A lot of people don't know this, but AUI is a person.
Late game, parang late game.
Years now that I've known this.
Sven yun eh.
And so to look to my right,
Diba? Tapos may potential ka na double echo Fisher na ES eh.
Of my Dota career. You know, I don't think we have a lot left in us, and so
Tignan
being
natin.
able to do it one time at least, it's you know, have a good cry backstage, and it's awesome. It really is.
Enjoy natin tong game 1 guys. Enjoy natin. Itong maganda sa Dota. Minsan hindi lang magmamatter sa picks ang fate ng kanilang pagkapanalo. Kung gaano silang kasolid as a team. Like yung communication, you know, like yung pagiging active nila around the map. Hindi na siya kagaya ng Dota dati na 2-1-2. Well, 2-1-2 pa rin naman. Pero ngayon ang aga nag-rotate ng mga supports. Gawa ng mga extra runes.
It's going to be a support, you know, there's no core bounty hunter shenanigans.
So, ito Secret, maaga nang nag-roam around.
Because they didn't really play it, and I think both our teams
Tingnan natin.
by it, so they're just like, we're going to YOLO run it. And I respect that, because we have not played breakers.
Alam to ng Team Liquid. Alam ng Team Liquid to.
You know what, it's TI, let's throw caution to the wind, have a good time, and trust our players to be able to execute. I trust we're going to have a hell of a series. Thank you so much, Blitz.
Snaking nandito din. Amar nandito din.
Thank you so much, Sir Action Slacks. We are here.
Okay, 2-4. Uy, 3 heroes. 3 bounties for Team Liquid. Alright, this is a good start for them. Meanwhile, Amar susubukan ng kunin kaagad yung range creep. Yan ang ngayon, ang trend. Boxy. May arrow ba? Wala namang arrow.
And only one of these teams will make even the top 6. And of course, keep in mind, there's TI winners on both sides. There's recent TI.
So si Tofu ang nagbabantay dito kay A sa top. Maganda yung nila dito. Maganda yung combo dito ng Rubik and Underlord. So okay to. I mean, I guess somehow magiging stable lane to for Ace. Depende na lang kung may mag-overextend.
AUI coach team. Yeah, that's true actually.
That seems really hard to believe. He would know better than anybody. But yeah, that's pretty interesting.
medyo ano naman, comfort hero naman ni Ace to somehow. So I think he'll be fine once na maka-establish na siya ng mataas na level na Firestorm. Lalapag niya na lang yan. Yung mid lane matchup natin, lamang sa deny dito si Maureen as always, gawa ng enchant totem damage. Kayang-kayang mag-early deny.
And also in this meta where a lot of the carries are ranged, you have this option that you're seeing Liquid exploit in this.
Tofu naman less than half na lang nung less than half na lang yung kanyang HP dito. Yan natin. Ace. Kinukulit ni Skeeter. Namatay yung courier ni Mickey na naumpisa na sila ni Crit dito. First courier kill para dun sa Bounty Hunter. Meron bang isa pa? Tingnan natin. Uy, nakakuha pa ni Snake King. Delikado ata si Tofu. Magkoconnect ata ng stun dito si Skeeter. And the stun will connect. Mamamatay yung Lina sa bottom lane. Namatay din si Rubik dito sa top. And that's first blood. Makukuha ni Amar. Not a good start para sa side ng Liquid. Paano, no? Kung isipin mo, paano? Paano napatay ni Amar dito yung Lina? Malamang naka-static link tapos nag-connect ng sobra.
He knew a Spirit Breaker who he wasn't necessarily even laning against. I was like, we'll play Razor. If there's a team to do it, it would be Falcons.
Tingnan natin.
The Razor team of all time, playing on all three
Oy.
formations.
Oy. Sunstrike. Nag-connect. Patay si Skeeter. And that will be on the hands of Ace. So somehow may return kill or retaliation kill doon. At teka lang. Spirit Breaker. Mapapatipi out na lang back to base. Naagawan siya ng konting damage dito ng Razor. Mid lane matchup natin. Unti-unti nang lumalamang dito si Maureen, guys, ha. Okay, top lane naman. Sinusubukan mag-pull dito ng Team Liquid ng creep wave, pero Snaking is stopping that from happening. So nakadalawang tawag dito. Courier na si Crit. Tofu being hunted by Skitter. Ulitan lang sila dyan. Standing mga lods, kakastart pa lang. Play with Zyrina, bro. Welcome back. Kakastart pa lang natin. You're just right on time. Just right on time. Okay, nabuisit na si Maureen. Finisher na lang din yung Okay, nakabattle siya dito. Nisha naman. Meron ba siyang Sunstrike na inaabangan? Sana di ma-chocolate ang Liquid. Oo nga, tingnan natin. Yung may mga inconsistencies. Ika nga. Starstorm. Okay, ito na yung stun. May follow-up ba? Wala naman. Walang follow-up. Less than half of the HP dito. Teka lang, LSA magkoconnect kay Crit. Pero running low si Mickey. Amar. Sobrang tapang ng Razor. Nahirapan dito yung Lina. 18-4 yung last hits niya versus 26 or 23 ng Razor. Meanwhile, yung top lane, medyo may konting enkwentro tayo. Tofu. Ninangat-ngat dito ni Snake King. Sobrang low. Magli-leap out na lang. Binangungot Liquid kahapon, no? Kalungkutan, no? Nadali sila. Maureen Sand King number 1.
He must have been super happy when this hero got Celestial Quiver, because I think that was what the hero was really lacking to keep up with a lot of the other heroes' buffs.
Okay, may konting rotation dito si Crit.
She had so little damage now that is.
Pinalo ba? And meron ng Charge of Darkness dito yung Spirit Breaker. Kaso, nung level pa lang ni Boxy,
Successfully charge and then backed away.
wala.
Wasn't really any kill threat quite yet. Only a level 3
Okay. May tornado? May follow-up ba? Walang follow-up.
So Tofu making his way over
Poking,
there.
poking, poking lang
It's a
sila.
1v1 in the top lane at the moment. Sven versus Underlord, which
They're just gonna
yeah.
It's not interesting. Oh, bottom lane though. This could be
Okay,
another tempo
bottom
to
lane.
in the tower. They have creeps coming in and a siege wave.
Charge is coming.
Amor.
This puts charge on cooldown as well.
Bundol. Bounty Hunter ha? Okay, eto na. Denied na ni Amar. Mikay.
Crit under the tree line. Will show himself.
Wala pang nagre-react dito sa Team Liquid side.
Chilling in the south.
Ayan na si Malrin. There's the fissure. Nadali si Mikay and he will be taken down. Echo Slam. Hindi nga hindi nakataka si Boxy doon, guys. Uy, hindi pa nga tumama yung Sunstrike. 4-1 ang score in favor of Falcons. First rotation of the game dito ni Malrin with amplified damage na bigyan si Mikay and Boxy.
There's a couple of things happening in this game already. Amar gets to play. I'm sure you would.
Diyos ko po, mapupush pa. Meanwhile, dito sa top lane naman, gusto nilang bigyan si Skitter. Skitter, will he make it out? I don't think so. Nag-connect dun yung Sunstrike. Finally, naka-retaliation kill dito ang Team Liquid.
Yeah, but that was what I was going to say about this bottom lane is that you have Amar on extreme comfort, and then at the same time, I feel like
Boxy, level 4 pa lang sa kanyang Spirit Breaker. Mikay, level 5 pa lang sa kanyang Lina. Kinailangan niyang mag-jungle muna dito. Masyadong risky kung tatapat siya kay Razor. Kasi pwede, at this moment, pwede na siyang i-dive ng Razor dahil may ulti na yung Razor. So, ayaw niyang i-risk yun na mabaog siya ulit. Alright, Tofu. Andito, Malrin. Naka-haste rune. Naku na, Fisher block ata si Nisha. Nope. Not enough to block that high ground. Wow. Sobrang yaman. Sobrang yaman ni Amar. Kita niyo naman, napakaagang probability nito. 81% winning chance na kaagad. Or winning probability dito ang Team Falcons. Okay, alam dito ng Falcons kung saan nagpa-farm si Mikay. Uli na naman yung courier. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
I mean, what else? I'm not saying it hasn't worked yet. As we're gonna see the
Kaso nandun si Razor pero meron ditong Finn's Gate ha. Kaso hindi enough yung TP out doon ni Mikay. Wala, nasipsipan na ng maigi ni Amar. Yung mid lane naman sinusubukang i-pressure dito ni Nisha. Amar pumunta dun sa Finn's Gate para mahuli si Ace. What a play coming from this Razor, and Ace, I don't think he's gonna survive this one. There you go, and Skitter will take that kill. Meanwhile, yung mid lane, kinukulit sila dito ni Crit. Bakit nga naman hindi, no? Easy gank nga naman yun. Nadali sila doon ni Amar. Oh my God. Kalungkutan. PP out. Naaraw sa face. Okay, may mga stocks naman dito ang Team Liquid. Kaso Crit, gustong sumubok kumuha ng konting experience. Mapapatay siya ni Nisha. Hindi pwede.
Like I was saying, the bounty hunter, it wasn't really a hero on anybody's radar at the beginning of this tournament. Now we're starting to see
Kulang pa. Uy, hindi naman siguro mamamatay dito si Nisha. Okay. This is alright. Kita nyo naman. Ate. Hello, Kiss. Where's Daddy's Kiss? Bye. I'll see you later, dear.
where he's three ways of mostly approaching the story. One is the spirit
After the first game, I will fry.
two designated
His daddy, Kai.
killers that have extremely good ways of
Where's my keys?
The other one is to play 55
Daddy,
bounties
did mommy ask you to do something?
Yeah, she did. And I will do it after the first game, dear. Ayan, patay. Nasermo na tayo ng anak ko. Dali na.
You could say overlaps a little bit with the second one. You could play team fight without having
Okay, si Crit. Hindi pa rin siya tumitigil mag-hunt ng... Oy, teka lang. Makikita na si Snaking. Snaking nag-leap out. Teka lang. Another leap. Tofu, hahabol ba? Si Crit nandito pa rin ha. Under the protection of their own sentry wards yan. So, merong idea dito ang Falcons kung saan nagpa-farm si Mickey. Sunstrike will connect and Nisha will secure the kill. Doon kay Snaking. So 4K gold lead. Ine-enjoy ngayon ng Falcons, guys. Crit. Kulit pa rin. Ang ganda ng warding dito ng Bounty Hunter. Ready ba ang liquid dito? Ready ba ang liquid?
a leg shot in CS. That would not have
Original CS leg shot still killed. The OGs out there, shout out to you guys.
That's why you were good at that.
I just hit them in the toes every time. And this tier 1 tower actually taking pretty heavy damage.
Secret. Crit. Bulol lang ako sa R, bro. Eto na si Crit. Bulol lang tayo pero ito nag-blink in na si Malrine and mamamatay si Tofu in return. So, support for support exchange yun. 13-minute mark ng game. Still sitting at 4K lead. Meanwhile, Nisha, kinancel na lang muna yung kanyang Meteor Hammer. Nandito na si Skitter. At sila ang kukuha dito ng konting stacks. Nako, angat sa 5K ata itong gold lead na to. Shoutout sa'yo, Kurt. Bulol lang tayo sa R. Nadali mo ako dun, ha. Ay, nako. Nadali si Kuya Kev na bulol sa R. So may boots of travel na dito si Nisha. Kahit pa paano, I guess, kahit pa paano, pwede siyang tumulong around the map. Then si Ace naman, still farming for his Aghanim Scepter. ATF, malapit na sa kanyang BKB, guys. Pinag-iisipan niya din siguro kung magsasangay ni Yasha ba siya or rekta BKB na and then Manta na lang mamaya for that Yasha. Si Mickey, finally, nakakuha na din siya ng kanyang Maelstrom. That's 14 minutes in the game. Napakabagal, but onti-onti naman nakakaipon. Skitter, marorong turn ata si Skitter. Uy, hindi nila nakita. Nakita ba nila? Ayan na, nakita na nila. Pero alam ni Skitter, so nag-back off na lang din muna yung Sven. Malapit na din siya dito sa Blink Dagger niya. Halfway through, meron siyang Echo Saber and Mask of Madness. Meron naman silang setup kasi na Mirana and ES. So ang gagawin niya lang talaga, biblink in na naka-God Strength stun, then Mask of Madness, Anli Palo na yan. Mickey, ang next item niya dito will be Hurricane Pike. Kaso malayo pa sa katotohanan. Crit. Okay, ulitin ko. Crit. Nangungulit pa rin sa map. Alright, Kurt. So, kukuha ng shard dito si Invoker. And 4 staff para lang maka-exit sa chain stun na itong Team Falcons. Hirap lang dahil lumiliit yung mapa dito ng Liquid. Gawa nga ng presence dito ni Bounty Hunter na lang kaya. Bounty Hunter kaysa sabihin kayong pangalan ng player na. Mas madali. So si Amar naman, uy, Ang daming ano dito ni Boxy ha. Dami niya infuse raindrops dito ha. Uy, teka lang, nakita dito si Bounty Hunter. And Bounty Hunter will fall straight dito kay Nisha. Nahuli ka dun sa camera.
And I was like, there's actually a handful of heroes that could be useful on this really cheap mono region plus the spell block. You have the inventory
Even with that pick-off guys, maangat pa rin yung gold lead dito ng Falcons. 5k na siya ngayon.
I mean, there's some questions about whether it was intended.
Tignan natin kung sino ang kanilang i-attempt this time. I guess they will go for Amar. Macha-charge ba?
That they don't share.
They spawn Amar that
Uy, na-moonlight shadow na. Nag-moonlight shadow na. Sino ang chinarge? Sven. Si Sven ba? Yes, si Sven yung naka-charge. Nag-blink in. Pero ang gandang tornado coming from Nisha. Ito na yung setup coming from Ace and Sven. Na-setapan. Kasama pa si Snake King. 2 for nothing. Engagement in favor of Team Liquid. Napakabilis ng kamay ni Nisha doon.
Wait, how did she actually see them there?
Wow.
Reacted instantaneously to that blink stun Sven. I thought the vision advantage was.
Wow. So ngayon, alam na ng Team Liquid na merong wards dito sa triangle area nila and Tofu will be ready to deward this one.
I was like, I did the math. It would have been 13.
So nakakuha pa ni Tofu dito yung Stormhammer, level 4 yan guys. So medyo masakit yan. Meanwhile, ito na naman yung Bounty Hunter ni Crit. Amar. Tatamaan siya dito ng charge pero disengage lang. Teka lang, may attempt ditong gagawin ang Falcons. Mukhang alam nila kung nasan si Nisha, gawa ng observer wards dito ng Bounty Hunter sa bottom lane. Okay. Hindi kita yun ha. Yan natin, the arrow was committed there. Teka, Amar charging in. Nandun naman si Nisha sa kabilang side. They will just push this mid lane instead. Naka-all in na ako sa Falcon. Sana Falcon manalo, sabi ni Chan Valor. And ayun na nga yung Fisher and Echo Slam. Tinamaan dito si Nisha. Wala nga lang follow-up. Mamamatay yung pares na support. Amar na pa-BKB na into Sunstrike. It will connect. Meanwhile, Boxy, pinagbubugbog lang dito si Amar. And Amar will fall in the hands of Mickey. 2 for 1 exchange in favor of Liquid. Wala pa si Ace doon. Meanwhile, Mallory nandun lang siya sa bottom kasama si Crit. And nahuli nila dito si Mickey. Nag-overstay ng bahagya doon yung Lina. The killing spree will be gone. Nabalugbog. Minasahe sa likod. Oh, shoutout guys ha, 139 viewers natin right now. Thank you for tuning in dito sa atin. Alam ko madami naka-live ngayon. Andyan ang Wombo X Combo, andyan yung Dota 2 mismo. Pero mas pinili nyong magstay dito. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Pagpasensyahan nyo na yung casting ni Kuya Kev kung minsan nabubulol. Bulol talaga. Talaga namang bulol. Hindi naman natin kinakailayan. Meanwhile, Crit gustong i-hunt down dito si Ace. Ace, will he be ready? Si Nisha nandito lang din behind. Ayun na nga at nahuli na naman dito si Skitter and Skitter good as dead. 4 heroes ang kinailangan para lang ma-take down yung Sven. Si Amar nandito sa bottom lane. May BKB na siya kanina at eto, na-charge na siya ng Spirit Breaker. Uy, teka lang. No! Tinamaan siya ng arrow and Boxy. Sinampal dito ni ES. 2k gold lead para sa Team Falcons. Grabe, ano to? Vision Gaming talaga to right now. Kailangan mag-ingat. So, si Nisha yung nasa top of the network natin. Nahuli dito si Crid. The Stormhammer will connect. At meron pang patago-tago dito. But the Fisher was there. And Tofu, buhay pa rin. Nalift dito si ES. Kaso si Amar napapalibutan dito ni Mickey. Mickey, hindi na disengage. So that's 2 heroes down para sa Team Liquid. Nisha makakatakas using his Ghost Walk.
We didn't really talk about him. The panel brought it up briefly, but
Nadali sila doon. Nanggigil sa Bounty Hunter eh. Well, na-take down naman nila yung Bounty Hunter, but dalawa yung naging kapalit. Hoy, teka lang. Jump out, andun yung andun na nga yung Spirit Breaker and snaking, patay. Kasama pa si Skater. Meanwhile, Nisha tinornado dito yung ES, makakapag-TP out naman si Ace at makaka-exit din si Boxy. Meanwhile, na-Echo Slam. Nasa ng Echo Slam? Naano ng Echo Slam pero hindi enough to take down that ES. Si Tofu ngayon ang delikado. Pero magdi-disengage na lang sila. Pero teka lang hindi pa tapos. Si Boxy, kinancel na lang yung Charge of Darkness. Wow! Gandang gandang setup nun Nadali na naman nila si Skater doon. Ang yaman lang nung Merana dito ni ni Snaking, guys 7.3k for a position 5. Napakadaming items nitong Merana. So si Crit dito meron na siyang Yule Scepter para lang matanggal yung Dust of Appearance or even pang setup sa araw dito ni Merana. Tofu naman may 1.5k, meron siyang Essence Distiller. Nisha, kiniklear lang yung creep wave dito using the Ghost Walk Burn. Sama mo na yung side camp na yan in Crit. Nasaan kaya? Hindi nila alam.
Plasma feels decent, but yeah, you mostly want stuns, so your Lina and Invoker can just stand and deliver with all of their massive output.
Amar, may Manta style na, guys. Next item niya will be Lincoln Sphere. Sarap buhay din ni Amar, no? Parang hindi siya ma-charge. Earthshaker, naka-boots of travel, kaya, and going for the Yasha. At malapit na din yan. I guess after this camp, kuha niya na yan. Kuha na. Yasha. Kaya and Yasha na. So, mabilis na yung dito, animation ng mga skills ni ES. Uy! Nahuli ka agad si Malrin doon. Yung araw hindi magko-connect. Meanwhile, si Tofu nasisipsipan dito na yung Amar sa may backlines. Buhay pa rin dito si Malrin. Malrin makakapag-exit at mamamatay si Tofu. Instead, nasama pa nga si Nisha. Too late for that tornado. Meanwhile, Ace sumusubok tumakbo. And Ace hindi nga magiging successful. Nadali sila doon. Falcons, they were ready for that. They were about to go for a smoke gank at hindi na nga kinailangan pang mag-roam around the map. Yung Liquid na mismo yung lumapit sa kanila at Liquid were punished after that. Roshan, mabilis na kinukuha dito ng Falcon, and I guess Kitter will get this Aegis of the Immortal. Or Amar. Okay. Well, siya naman talaga yung teamfight right at this very moment. So, Skater, balik lang sa farming ulit yan. Natalong nga, tatlo lang silang nandun, tapos kinumit. Pero teka lang, alam ni Crit kung nasan si Mickey. Natatakan na yan. Oo, malakas na yung Razor nasipsipan lang yung Rubik. Si Malrin hindi pa namamatay, guys. 3-0 and 6 yung kanyang ES. Hindi pa rin natin nakitang ma-steal dito ni Tofu yung kanyang Fissure. Lumilate game na, boss. Oo nga, lumilate game na nga. At this is a big lead para sa Team Falcons. 11k na yan. Hindi pa rin nakakaahon yung Lina. Dapat yung Lina yung yung namamayagpag right now Kaso hindi nangyari. Ilang beses siyang nabigyan sa bottom lane. Masyadong nakulitan dun sa Bounty Hunter. Nasira yung game.
games you have Skitter.
Okay, alam nilang nandito yung Invoker. Nag-pop ng dust.
If you could pick individual
Walang nakita.
individual offlane and they didn't have to be from the same
Malrin.
team, I think a Mar would be a really
Baka may
high value
BKB na to mamaya.
another team.
Schoolers.
One of the very unique things about
Jaws, Schoolers. Ayun, nasayang yung alacrity.
but there's also been games, this tournament is a good example of it, where Skater has just hard carried on a hero like Terrorblade. We don't.
Okay, naka-invisible rune dito si Skitter.
So it's pretty cool. And this game is
Susubok silang mag-push dito sa top lane. Meron silang observer wards dun sa may side camp. So, meron silang idea kung nasan dito ang Team Liquid. And hindi na lang kinontes. Meanwhile, Crit. Mahuhuli dito ni Boxy and Nisha will get the kill. A little bit of pick off para dun sa Liquid.
immediate connection to Meteor.
Tier 2 tower binigay na lang ng Team Liquid. Gusto nilang i-respect yung Aegis na yan na hawak ni Amar. So, it's not gonna be ideal na makipagbanggaan.
His job in this game is just
So, BKB na yung Lina.
mess up every time for mid game. Falcons are just gonna win the game.
Tignan natin kung makaka-recover pa dito yung Team Liquid, guys, ha. So far, dinodominate na ng Falcons yung mapa. Si Nisha talaga yung somehow nakaka-challenge nung pag-extend para nang mabigyan pa ng konti pang space dito si Mickey.
Very true. Who does it better?
Okay, another smoke attempt coming from Team Falcons. Wala naman silang bagong item pero gusto lang nilang i-maximize yung Aegis advantage dito ng Falcons. Makikita nila si Ace and Ace na Fisher Block, na stun, na arrow, namatay. Boxy, alam nilang nandito. Ayun na nga, nahuli. Inego slam kaagad. Buhay pa rin si Boxy but no, Skitter will secure that kill. Double kill para dun sa Sven. Meanwhile, sa bottom lane, makikita nila si Tofu and Tofu. Hindi tatama yung arrow. Nakakuha dito yung arrow ni Mirana. Ayun na, nandun si Malrin to secure the kill. Snaking will get the last hit. Meanwhile, Nisha na tornado dito si Crit. And Crit will fall. No! May Lotus. Buhay pa rin dito yung Bounty Hunter. Natatakan pa nga si Nisha. Nisha mamamatay pa in return. And that's 4 heroes down para sa side ng Liquid. Hindi pa tapos. Nag-BKB out na dito. Si Mickey para lang maka-escape. Ayun na nga. Napakalungkot nun. And after that, na-takedown pa ni Amar yung tier 2 tower dito sa mid. 19k. Maga sa 19k ang gold lead dito ng Team Falcons.
I think yesterday also rather disappointing showing from Liquid. Obviously the game 1
Kill wise, okay nakakuha silang kill. Hindi masyadong malaking diferensya pero yung farming. Walang makakuhang farming site dito si Mickey. Talagang tumambay na lang siya dun sa bottom. Yun na lang yung pinaka-safe na place para sa kanya na mag-farm. By the way guys, sa atong series na to, kung sino matalo, alam nyo na. Airport Major. Airport Major. Yaman ng Mirana.
Well, they've lost 3 in a row if this one is a loss.
Game 2 na daw. Tingnan natin. Hanggat di pa daw basag yung throne, brother. Hanggat hindi basag yung throne, hindi tayo susuko. So may Gem of True Sight dito si Malrin. Next item niya will be Lincoln Sphere. Ayaw niya din ma-hunt down dito ng Spirit Breaker ni Boxy. So Invoker naman, he'll try to go for Shiva's Guard kaso malayo pa and possible Hex. Again, malayo pa sa katotohanan ang mga items dito ng Invoker. Meanwhile, mahahunt down ata si Nisha dito dahil meron ngang Gem of True Sight. Ayun na yung arrow. Hindi na nakapag-BKB dun si Nisha. patay tayo. Ineko na kagad sa mukha. At hindi pa tapos. Sa top naman daw. Ace, hindi ka ligtas, my friend. Skitter is dominating na. Walang maisagot dito ang Team Liquid. Ito na yung Bounty Hunter. Nag-blink in or nag-smoke in pa. Ang gandang salo nung araw. Meanwhile, Mickey nag-BKB na lang pantakas. Uy, gustong tumalon yung Skitter. Nakalimutan niya. May tier 2 tower pa sa bottom. Papaluin niya sana yung tier 3. Hindi niya makaklik. May tier 2 tower pa. Vision versus Liquid pa naman ang prediction. Well, game 1 pa lang naman, guys. Sa mga Liquid fans dyan, we still have game number 2 to come back, no? Kung this is a hopeless case na para sa Liquid. Pero hindi pa rin nila basta-basta isusuko to, I guess. Elimination na to so they will try to somehow delay the game, delay the inevitable kung talo man sila, and they will try to wait if Falcons will make a mistake. Gusto nilang magkamali. Oy, hindi pwede. Hindi talaga pwede. Yung fissure kasi yung dun yung fissure yung pamboset dun Okay, nakakita dito si Skitter. Skitter, may BKB ba? May BKB. Patay kaagad si Baxi dito. Meanwhile, nasipsipan si Mickey. And crit naman ang hinahabol dito ni Ace. And Ace, ikaw naman ang susunod. And he's gonna fall as well. Skitter, unstoppable. Nakapag-blink at si Tofu, but just delaying the inevitable. Nadali siya ng Fisher doon. Malrin is now on a dominating streak. Libre masahe kay Sven. Yun na nga. 6,000 damage yung ginawa ni Skitter doon sa team fight na yon. Si Nisha, sinusubukan niya na lang munang i-push ng konti itong lane. Uy, may may pag-tip pa dito si Malrin. Ito talaga yun, no? Yung mga ganyan tip, alam mo na ibig sabihin yan Talo ka sa akin, boy. Talo yung invoker mo sa akin, boy. Yun lang ang ibig sabihin yan, tip na yan. Alam ng ES ba na nandito yung invoker?
They still need to play on this card running in and blink bursting and BKBs. I feel like if we can drag them in a bit, if they don't finish us off,
munti ka na.
The fight is easy after BKB.
The fight is easy after BKB, but we need to fight under vision or the jump is too good.
It's true though. They have to find their own vision and they have to survive the first 3 seconds, which has not been the case. So
yeah. Tama nga naman si Tofu doon. Kailangan nyo lang ipa-expire yung BKB ng mga kalaban. Then, better fighting chance na para sa kanila. Kaso nga lang na winawalis na sila Winawasiwas lang sila nung Sven So, paano mo masusurvive yung first 3 seconds? Diba? Like, yun yung yun yung main factor kung paano. Diba ito si Amar may 7 seconds pa yung BKB niya, hindi niya kailangan gamitin masyado, meron pa siyang Linkens and Satanic, and he's going for Refresher Orb. So paano na yun? And meanwhile Baxi nahuli dito ng Falcons. Si Tofu naman susubok na lang mag TP out. Bibilisan niya na lang muna at katabi lang. Muntik na. Mickey, makikita dito ni Amar. Oh my gosh.
Just wanted to let my item is bugged. I was here the whole time.
Why is my item not bugged so I can jump over the wall?
Nice attempt yun coming from Amar.
He genuinely might have never tried to do that before.
Paldo, thanks Falcon, sabi dito ni Chan Valor. Sana all, Paldo. Sabi naman talaga itong mga viewers natin. Ito na, uncontested rush para sa Falcons. This is the second rush of the game. Uy, Hindi pala siya uncontested. Susubok ba si Ace?
Go through it, Amar. I dare you. Go through it.
Speaking the game.
Sige, subukan mo.
Just a scouting thing, I suppose. It'll be a free rush for Falcons in the end.
Subukan mong pumasok. Ace. Lason ka. Oy, nahuli si Mickey. Teka lang. Sinave, the arrow won't connect. So, hindi niya nagamit yung kanyang BKB somehow. Meanwhile, Nisha, ano na? BKB and TP out. Ganun lang. Patay. Yun lang, no? Magde-defend sila ng high ground nang walang BKB.
Oh, really?
Yung Team Liquid.
Credit where credit is due.
Ay no, hindi nila nakikita yung ward doon, Mickey. Wala kang... May BKB naman si Mickey.
My goodness. Yeah, Solar Crest drums,
Uy.
4-step, and now a full axe. What would you, when you were playing, which was a decade ago?
Wala na yung win probability, 2% na lang, guys. Paano ba naman yan? Oy, teka lang. Si Malrin.
It's an interesting comparison.
May gagawin siyang moves dito.
Now is what you would have on a carry. Yeah. In terms of raw net worth, 16,000 net worth at 37 minutes would be, I would say, probably an average carry game 10 years ago.
My
Or
gosh.
at least an average off lane.
2%, no?
His arm is
Taguro yung 2%.
it's a different game.
So, si Mickey,
Is in your team.
susubok pa siyang mag-build ng Satanic kung aabot. Nag-smoke sila dito. Alam nilang nakaspread out yung Falcons gawa ng kanilang Aegis of the Immortal Presence, pero di nila alam nandito lang sa bottom ang Falcons. Mahuhuli nila si Snaking. Nahuli na at hindi na siya mabubuhay. So mamamatay nga lang si Ace doon sa bottom lane. Tinalo na siya dito ni Skitter. Na block siya ng Fisher a little bit and makakapag-defend naman ang Team Liquid. Pero hindi pa tapos! Ang gandang tornado, ang gandang save coming from Tofu. LSA will connect but nandun na yung Echo Slam coming from Malrin. Running low dito. Patay si Mickey na chain stun. Hindi na nakapag-BKB. At na-force pa nga yung kanyang buyback. Meanwhile, Nisha ikipaglaro dito kay Amar and Malrin. The charge. Magkoconnect dito kay Bounty Hunter and Boxy. Mukhang madadali pero hindi. Magdi-engage lang dito yung Falcon. I-respect nila yung buyback dito ni Mickey. Wala nang pera yung Lina dito, guys. My gosh. Basic lang, no? Oy, nag-buyback. Teka, back muna tayo. Battery pin lang natin si Mickey. Kunyari lalaban tayo pero back lang muna tayo. Maingat, no? Maingat na nilalaro ng Falcons tong game na to. They're not overextending like before. Tapos na yan, 2 minutes bago maubos ang AD, sabi dito ni John Harold Kapule. Shoutout sa inyo guys, 160 viewers natin right now. Big shoutout at maraming salamat sa pagtambay dito sa channel natin.
Very rare. Even in stomps for this tournament, this is rare.
This is a stomp with a bounty. We have to check stomp.
40k na, just go po. 40k gold lead na ang Falcons. Paano pa sila makaka-recover dito?
I think yesterday game 3 with Vision was all, but it didn't get to this point. Like the game was over.
Hindi mo may Aganims na yung Merana. My gosh, napakayaman. Mas mayaman pa si Merana kaysa kay Ace. Doon sa Underlord. Paano naman yun? Sino manalo sa TI? Idol? Nag-predict ako ng Vision, bro. Pinredict ko Vision. Mananakaw ba ulit ni ES? Parang Valentina ba yan sa ML? Or need mo na mag-skill para makuha? I'm not sure, bro, Vince. Hindi ko sure. Yung ulti ni ES.
today.
Well, hindi ko kukunin yun kung ako si Rubik. Yung Fisher talaga yung pipilitin kong makuha.
It did involve taking Roche, even though they were behind, which I thought was excellent.
Oo, kailangan mo muna i-pop yung Lincolns.
Ended up winning, that ended up snowballing them to the eventual game victory. Yeah, 43K is a different story, I would say.
Doing invoker things.
Hirap na ito for Team Liquid
Below the enemy position 5.
Talk about 25 talents.
Making Verona is same level as the enemy carry.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's getting up there. That's why I brought up the talent. I want to see what his 25.
Ano ba to? Ano ba gagawin natin dito, guys?
I bet it's like a 9. It's gotta be.
Yun, ito yung courier ni Snaking, nahuli na ni Invoker. Kaso nahuli ka agad si Tofu doon. Ayun, si Boxy magsusurvive naman, pero quick BKB para kay Malrin. Si Crit nandun sa high ground, guys. Oh my God. Nandun sa high ground yun. So wala nang Aegis.
I mean, at this point, it's 2 minutes from when Roche could spawn. Probably wait for the next Roche. And then you have double. Then you can take at least 2 sets of barracks without
si Nisha.
too much worry.
Siya lang talaga yung sumusubok. Uy, alam to. Alam to. Oh, may BKB pa si Amar. 7 seconds. Na 4 staff out lang para hindi madrain yung mana. Mamamatay yung courier ni Nisha. Wala namang item. Skitter, nakagawan lang dito ng farming site itong Lina. Bubble wrap na naman. Sorry na. Pasensya na, inuubos ko lang to. Inuubos lang natin yung bubble wrap. Tapos titigil na ako. Oy, teka lang, nahuli yung Invoker. Invoker, mabubuhay. Nakapag BKB naman. Hirap, ang daming stun kasi naman talaga. Napakadaming stuns.
I'm not sure where else you go with this here. It's only 43 minutes in. Yeah, obviously Ags, I suppose.
Si A, susubukan niya na din mag-BKB. Kanina pa siya nabibigyan 5-6 yung kanyang KDA.
I mean, I would expect Refresher to... I mean, they're gonna get Refresher Shard with this next...
The Nightfall, sabi ni Jai, NH9YO.
Maybe you get a support kill with God's
daming item ni Amar. Shush. Magpapike pa siya later.
Yeah, this is... You can fish for a stun.
Si Snaking din maglilinkens na. Diyos ko. Napakayaman ng support. My God. Nagpo-pull pa rin.
This has to be top 5. It's right? So good. Would you say just right off the bat it's top 5?
It's really, really good. Because when you get to this point in the late game, a lot of the time what ends up deciding games...
So yan, may satanic na dito si...
And it just, you get so much vision.
Uy, teka lang. Hindi pwede. Oh, hindi umabot. Yung Echo Slam na ipit si Marvin. Munti ka na, pero... Muntik lang naman. Muntik lang naman. Pag si Kuko ba sumali sa Falcons, magiging Kuko Falcons na siya. Witty yan, yan. Maganda yan, bro. Parang Hanzo pala lone druid dyan. Shoutout boss watching from Norway. Si Play with Zyrina. Nice. Paano yan, boss? Paano yan tatapusin sa tingin mo? Ano to? Ubusan ng buybacks to, guys. Ubusan ng buybacks to. Probably another rush para sa Falcons. Tapos magko-contest yung Liquid, of course. Tignan natin. Ready na ba? Ready naman lumaban ditong Liquid. Wala pang damage. Well, meron. May damage item Moonlight Shadow nandun. Uy, sige siya. Nahuli nila dito. Yung Bounty Hunter. Kaso madadali si Nisha. Makukuha na ng damage. Halos full duration nun. Napa-BKB na kagad si McKay. And nag-disengage na lang ang Team Liquid.
was riveting, says Snaking. Let me go to the jungle with my sacred arrow.
Yeah.
Joville De Pablo. Ano ba nagtitimon yan? Sa barko, shoutout. Baka 3-2-2. Tignan natin. Naging naging trend na yan, 3-2-2 na yan dahil kay Tylong, sino ba isa? Dark Mago. Dali sila ng mga teammates nila eh. Daming items, di alam kung anong bibitawan. Puno lahat. Ano na? Puno lahat. Hindi nila alam kung anong item ang bibitawan. Ayun na yung courier.
Pesky cheeses and banners.
Uy, nahuli pa nga si Nisha. Ayun na. Wala siyang buyback. Kulang siya ng 190 gold. Wala siyang buyback. This is not good. High ground? Meron silang banner, ha? Ayun na yung banner. The Fisher won't connect. Makakancel dito. Ganda nung laki nung pit. Laki ng pit of malice dito, ha? Okay, banner hit. BKB, ginamit na ni Mickey. Meron bang tatalon? Ayan na! Ayan na yung jump. Isinave na siya ni Tofu. And tier 3 tower. Uy, nakahuli pa ng araw dito si Ace, ha? Boy pa rin naman. Skitter. Magbaback off lang ng konti. Ito na si Amar. Another banner ginamit dito ng Falcons. Tinalon si Skitter again. LSA magkoconnect kay Skitter. And Ace will fall that quick. Napa-BKB na din kagad si Amar. And tier 1 or tier 3 tower and a set of racks dito sa bottom lane. Maki-clear out ng Falcons. 57k gold lead ang hawak dito ng Falcons. Liquid, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Wala pa silang magandang team fight na ipapakita dito sa lineup nila na to. Para sa yung banner ni Roche, magiging tawag dito, hindi madadami, hindi, paano ko ba i-explain? Hindi tatamaan eh. Tatamaan mo, pero hindi magkaka-damage yung creeps. Uy, teka lang, nandun si Malakin. Nag-BKB na agad si Nisha. At masyadong maaga yun. Napabuyback na dito si Ace. Meanwhile, naipit dito si Mickey. Napapalibutan na siya ng mga Falcons. Pero lumaban na lang. Meron siyang satanic. Gusto niya patayin si Skitter. Skitter will fall. Kaya lang meron pang isang hero. Ayun. Sinampal siya ni Malakin. Ace and Nisha. Na-choke point sila doon. And mukhang eto na yun. Nadali sila. Quick buyback para dito kay Mickey. Invulnerable. Yes, invulnerable sila. Uy, ayun na, tinalo na si Mickey. Mickey, masasave ba dito? Nag-BKB na naman. Skitter, galit na galit. Gustong manakit. And, teka lang. Ayan na nga. Pabalik. Pero na-4 staff out. Sobrang ready dito yung Falcons to disengage in case na merong Uy, teka lang, nakakuha yung Fisher. Ang tanong, what would be the next move dito ng Liquid? Yes, nakakuha niyo yung Fisher, but it's super late na. Ang dami ng mga items dito ng Team Falcons. Tumatalon si Marin sa loob at na-hex. Will Hex be enough? Eto na si Skitter, nag-God Strength na. Tatalon ba siya? Hindi siya makatalon dahil naka-right click siya dito ni Mickey. Susubok muna mag-back off dito ang Team Falcons. I-respect nila yung high ground. Oh my gosh. Nahirapan ng sobra dito yung Lina. At bakit siya nandun sa gitna ng team fight? Like, nasa na yung mo? Nasa na yung frontliner mo? Ba't ikaw yung nasa frontline? Oo, buti na lang kamo nasa-save lagi ni Rubik tong si kung si Mickey. Kahit pa paano, tumatagal yung laban para sa mga betlords na nag-over 50 dyan. Oh, congratulations sa mga nag-over 50 dyan. Salamat kay Tofu. Salamat, Tofu. Kung wala yung mga saves na yun, kanina pa tapos. Pero ito, wala nang buybacks halos tong Team Liquid. Yung mga supports na lang yung may buyback. So, kung may mapitas mang core dito ang Falcons, that's it. That's the game. That's the game. So, walang Aegis, walang banner. Maybe they will wait for another rush. 2 minutes and 41 seconds. They will still play this safe. Maybe, but we'll see. Ang mainip, talo. So yan, nagsisibilihan na sila dito ng disc para lang hindi ma-burst down kagad at meron silang possible window to escape. Ganun lang naman. So nag-smoke dito ang Team Falcons. Umakyat sila dito ng high ground sa may bottom lane. Nakita din nilang Liquid na nag-smoke. Ano kaya ang mangyayari dito? Si Malrin ang nandun sa top lane but he will play this safe. Walang pwedeng ma-pick off. Walang pwedeng ma-pick off. Sino kaya ang matatakam sa bottom lane? Si Ace na naman. Ace, ang layo ni Rubik. Hindi ka masisave. Buti na lang at nag-back off na ang Falcons. Munti ka na yun. 60-minute game, the arrow won't connect. Diba? Ito yung sinasabi natin sa mga betlords dyan. Over. Laging over lang ang pick nyo dahil ano na to main stage Bawat game ay mahalaga, sabi nga nila. So, hindi nila basta-basta i-GG to. Ilang minutes ang buyback? Ano ba? 10 minutes ba? 10 minutes ata ang buyback. Sa mga ano dyan immortal rank dyan, ilang minutes daw ba ang buyback? Like, bago mag-cooldown. Uy, Boxy! Naku po! Ayun na! 2 palo pa lang! 2 palo! 3! Skater Beyond Godlike. May buyback naman siya. Uy, teka lang. Nakita dito si Nisha. Nag-BKB naman din kagad. Nag-back off ang Falcons and Skater jumping in. Naagawan pa ng damage dito si BK ni Amar. Pero mag-disconnect. Mamamatay nga na si Boxy ulit at nandun si Ace. What are you doing there, brother? Siya ang unang core na mabibigyan. Yung tangke. Hindi kaya tumangke. Hindi kaya tumangkin ng Ace. My God. Wala nang BKB dito si Skater, guys. Meanwhile, Nisha napa-BKB na lang. Yung tornado na i-commit kay Mirana. Crit nandito pa rin sa kanilang high ground, lingering, giving information para sa possible jump dito na mga stunners. And Mickey, teka lang, ang annoying nun. Ayan na nga. Na-lift. Kaso hindi na i-relocate. Ayun, nag-Superman pero Tornado will connect. Meanwhile, Mickey, walang tinamaan yung LSA pero right-click na lang kasama ang kanyang satanic pero mabilis siyang tinake down ni Snaking. Napakasakit ng right-click doon ng Mirana. Nisha and Tofu, hindi na alam ang gagawin. Looks like this will be the game. Stun sabay luto ng Pansit Canton. Nadali nyo, guys. Nadali nyo. And crit. Magpapap yung kanyang disc. Susubok lang dito si Nisha. Alam naman na nilang this is inevitable. Meanwhile, Malrin tatalon lang pa uwi. Nisha Nahuli dito ng dalawang members ng Falcons. Mamamatay din kagad. Tofu, nag-buyback pa yan. Nandito na si Ace, pero again, wala silang pakialam kay Ace. Gusto lang nilang tapusin. The Echo Slam was there. Tofu hindi masasaktan. Boxy's here, and Nisha ayaw nang makita ang distraction. Gusto nang mag-GG kagad. Game number 1 ibibigay natin sa Falcons. May pang-snack na, boss. Sabi nga dito ng ating mga bet lords. Steve726, shoutout sa inyo. 167 viewers natin. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe kung di pa kayo nakasubscribe. Break lang tayo saglit. We will be right back para sa game number 2. Thank you guys.
That game, realistically speaking, was over for about half an hour. I would say.
Yeah.
At least 20 minutes.
That sounds about right, yeah.
We've seen crazy comebacks at TI, especially on the main stage when the stakes are high. This was not one of those games where Liquid even got a single winning moment. For the last 40 minutes, I think every single exchange went in Falcons' favor, and they're up 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0, Shiva!
Thank you very much, Tasmana Cinderella. A 55-minute game with an 89k gold lead. For a game that did indeed felt, for the longest time, solidly in the hands of Falcons. I think, Winter, maybe it's an odd mix of respect for Liquid and their ability to still make those plays, and potentially also the respect of being in the lower bracket. The pressure's on. You want to make sure.
Just want to make sure, why do you need to risk it when you already have all the lead in the world, all the farm in the world?
Yeah.
There's no point for you to risk it, just play it so soft, play it slow. I mean, they probably had one of the biggest lead I've ever seen at 40, 45 minutes, even at 50, like, Winter was insane.
Falcons, they're back, alright? They do the thing where they win the early game, and then when they win the early game, they're like, okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to go for Roshan? Do we want to go high ground? Do we want to destroy the Ancient? The whole point of Dota 2? No. We want to build this net worth lead. We want to impress Winter. They are fully back in form if they are able to replicate this again, because, my gosh, this was a scary performance from Falcons in game 1.
And they did it with the bounty hunter that they stole from yesterday's games. They did it in a very solid way. I think, Rhea, this was the type of Falcons you'd love to see. This was their own style, and they crushed with it.
Yeah, I really loved the support play this game. I think the Bounty and the Marana both did such an excellent job, both with their gameplay and their itemization. We talked in the panel about getting a Yules instead of the Marana. Actually, it was the Bounty picking that up, and Marana got 4-star. I know Winter was so happy to point that item out to being so good. But honestly, I feel like on both teams, this game was a game of 4-stars. Every single fight, it's like we're seeing people be repositioned non-stop into getting saved. I think it was way more impactful for Falcons in the early game because it meant that Liquid were never able to cinch out the kills when people got repositioned.
Yeah, and also, I mean, this game, Crit was just an absolute pinata. I think Liquid, they weren't seeing much in this game other than trying to just smack Crit as much as possible. 7 deaths to his name. A lot of the highlights was a Spirit Breaker charge into an Underlord ult, and oh wow, we then finally killed Crit. But on the other side of the screen, you've got Skidder getting kills, Marine jumping around, never dying in the game, Amar, 12, 1 and 15. So as much as Crit did tank a lot of that aggression, that was only the aggression that we ever really saw from Liquid, because the rest of the show was Falcons just running throughout the entire map, being so efficient with their farm, and how they just kind of closed it out and just took every objective and what they wanted to do on their terms.
Yeah, I think you can make a case for any player to be the MVP of this game for Falcons, especially because the game went as long as it did. Winter, who would you go for in this situation, and would it be Amar?
I think it has to be either Skitter or Maureen. I think they are the ones that set out a lot of very, very crucial plays, especially with the dagger. They were able to make a lot of space, but of course, in the early game, the Bounty Hunter, he did a lot of work, he secured the lane, and everything just felt it was very, very straightforward. And then this Mirana plus Bounty Hunter duo, I think it's probably my favorite duo right now. It has to be the strongest duo, in my opinion, with Bounty Hunter. We've seen Bounty plus Wyvern, but it didn't really feel like it's as strong as the Bounty plus Mirana.
It was an incredibly strong show, and I'm sure we're going to see it addressed later on in, of course, the second game we're going to see. We've seen a lot of Marana already throughout the international group stage and main event. Whether we're going to see that again, we don't know yet. But one thing that we will see right about now is their action slacks.
观众朋友们，大家好！现在我们就在场馆内呢，在我们身后的话也是找到了一群粉丝，我们跟 Snug 一起要跟他们来玩一些DOTA 的游戏。Hello, that is right, my friends. We're going to play a little game in the crowd. Welcome, everyone. We're in the crowd here, and we found some folks that do not speak Chinese, correct?
Yeah. Yes. That's fact. Zero.
Fantastic. Now, in China, they have some very specific cool nicknames for some heroes, and we gathered some fans here. All right? The contest is, they will say a name of a Chinese Dota hero, a nickname. You have to guess what it is. If you get it right, you both get a delicious prize. All right? Are you ready?
没错，所以我们这次的话就是会让我们的粉丝来教我们的这个外国朋友怎么来说我们中文英雄的名字。如果他们猜对了这个昵称的话，他们都会得到奖品。
Okay, 我听得到。Here we go. Are you ready for the first hero?
准备好了吗？
蓝猫。
Oh,
是蓝猫。
蓝猫。Well, no cheating here. All right. Well, first guess.
Sven.
Sven.
是 Sven 吗？No, Sven.
All right, what is it actually? What does it mean in English?
The meaning in English is blue cat.
Blue cat.
Blue cat.
Mirana.
No! All right, you are allowed now to do charades. You can charades and act it out for them. Good luck,
来，
please.
我们演绎一下蓝猫是怎么样的。
Oh. Oh! All right, any thought?
Again, can you do it again?
再来一次
Do it again, do it again. Okay.
See.
Oh, come on, he's got a hat and... Whoa! Get up. Oh, spirit.
Storm Spirit.
Oh, he guessed it unbelievably! Such a good storm spirit, I had to say. Very good. Well done. Okay, your next contestant, please.
我们下一位来，我们下一位走到我们的中间哦。
Oh,
Bring his own ages, man.
thank you, thank you. The only Chinese ages will be given out.
Okay.
Answer.
Mm.
The very sad answer.
Okay. Who was it? It is very sad. Who is he guessing?
我们来出题。
OK，大屁股。
大屁股。
Okay. Any guesses? Nick's assassin.
是这个吗？
No. What's the English?
Big booty.
Big booty? Big booty on big booty?
We both have it.
Big booty, baby! Alright, big booty.
Queen of Pain.
Biggest booty? Biggest booty.
Queen of Pain.
是痛苦女王吗？
No.
Okay. Act it out. Hold the ages. What the hell?
What 要不要再试一个不一样的？
What the? Good luck with this big booty. Okay, what do we have?
Luna.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was it?
Underlord.
Underlord! I give you the pity ones. All right, good try. I give you a pity one. Okay, last one. Last one. Pick one more.
一位来到我身边。
All right, this is a group effort, both of you. Okay, let's go. Last one. Fast. We gotta go.
来，直接给我一个名字。斧王。太简单了，换一个。奶绿。
I really don't know.
Act it out.
OK 的，表演一下。
Oh! The one. We're the baby. Right. Yeah. There we go. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. Hope you had some fun. There's a
That was a good one, by the way. I also got a big booty next to me. It's a big Largo, actually.
Yo. Oh, no, sorry. Anyway, go back.
You got small booties.
How dare you speak of me like that? I do have quite nice sized booties in front of me.
And if you want to get yourself big booty or small booty, you can get yourself to the secret shop to get your own Largos. Or, for example, Ray, what you got there?
I got a big ol', you said it's baby Roshan. Baby Roshan.
It's a small booty.
Small Roshan. Roshan of reasonable size. Carryable size. You can take him everywhere. To the park, to the movies.
Wait, do you think that I can't take this one everywhere?
It's quite a size. I have a confession. I actually I may have bought that wonderful plushie, this one, that one, and that one, and I don't have any space in my suitcase. So if
donations are open.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to help me get a new suitcase in China and I need to buy a ticket, would love the assistance.
Or you get yourself.
I have space. Okay. There we go.
All right, we have got a great series on our hands, of course, that we're going to continue talking about. As Liquid and Falcons, there was one thing in particular that I think already showed us how this game would end. The writing was on the wall, Winter, when we looked at that game, and around minute 9, something awkward happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying awkward.
It's very sad. It's very sad. Yeah. And our main character, Big Booty, he was involved in some gang that he kind of set up for himself. He was just trying to help, Mike got ganked in the bot lane. He plays the Underlord ultimate trying to help. I think he's dead, and then he didn't realize Ama came looking for him, and he dies also. This is basically the story of the early game. They just had so bad of a start. Both the side lanes just got, especially Lina, just got demolished, and there was no way for you to come back. And when you pick Lina on the safe lane, that hero does not like losing her lane at all. You cannot come back from a bad start, with that hero.
Yeah, we can take a look at the Lina versus Razor, because that was very much the story of the early stages of the game.
Yeah, and coming into the series, we wanted to see Amar have that presence to kind of step up into the game. And of course, here he's already got the Asher BKB. And for Mickey, 4-4-1 scoreline, having Maelstrom and 4 stuff, at 20 minutes into the game, you want to look at your Lina, you want to see BKB, you want to see the Pike, maybe even the Chrysalis. You want to see actual items to play around, because you've built an entire lineup where Lina needs to stand in the middle, protected by everyone to do the damage. And I think Falcons did just such an exceptional job just chasing down this Lina, shutting down up so quickly. And because of Razor having that BKB, you see ranged here, you lock onto them, they will die pretty much every time. They have to TP out. So yeah, just an exceptional draft and really great gameplay from Falcons, putting Mickey into just a really awkward position that we don't often see him in.
Yeah, and I think that BKB that we saw on Amar, Rhea, that's just the beginning of it for Amar.
Yeah, I really liked his item build this game, because we often see him try and be the carry, and I mean, in a way, his item build did let him be a carry, but he's not out here trying to do all the damage by, Daedalus or whatever. This guy went a very nice build that simply allowed him to sustain in fights and live, so he can get off his ult for longer periods of time and get more links, so that Mickey just simply cannot play. This guy had a Lincoln's, obviously playing as Barra. He had a Satanic, and he had a Refresher. So when he's applying his Eye of the Storm in these fights, it's reducing the armor of all of the enemies around him, allowing his Sven to chunk and do even more damage, including crits, track, damage amplify on top of that. They're able to do so much just by having this Razor in the middle of it, and he's just surviving because he has a BKB, he has a Manta, he has a Lincoln's, he has a Satanic. How do you kill this guy? You can't. It's impossible.
You ban that guy.
How often have we seen Razor banned? Very rarely. It is soon time to see what's coming our way in the second game. These two teams both are known for taking series long. Not just within the game that we just saw, but also within the series. Going to a game number 3 is in their MO. Both if they're winning and if they're losing, so I would not be surprised to see that happening. It is, with this one, Team Liquid with their backs against the wall in this lower bracket, because I don't know if I need to remind you, but it is lower bracket here between these two titans of teams. Team Liquid and Falcons with a 1-up for the defending champions, Team Falcons, and Team Liquid now looking to scramble to get that W on the board in game number 2. And as we nearing the draft for this one, Tiga, what would you like to see different? Because so much fell apart with that laning stage that I don't know how much you can look at the draft and say, you know what, that's where we should have done better.
I feel like, at least for Falcons, because they have so many specialist heroes and that have been forgotten about or not touched recently, it now kind of reminds Liquid, because in the first phase they banned Tree, Earth Spirit, Husker. There's the Centaur ban, which again it's like, it's hit or miss personally for me. So if you want to utilize hindsight in this scenario, maybe you replace that Centaur ban if the pick order is the same, and then you respect a bounty or a razor or something if you really care that much. I think the first 3 bans are fine, just the Centaur, but yeah. Don't allow Falcons into this ultimate comfort, because when you look at these heroes, this is kind of what Falcons really wants to play if the meta enables it. And the meta hasn't really said these heroes are very good, up until the point where it's like, nope, we need to survive, they're going to work.
I mean, the other problem is like having the Rubik and SB. It just feels like they don't have a position 5 hero, because both supports, they kind of want farm. They want to be greedy, they want to be on the position 4 row, so you get a little bit more farm XP. And I just didn't really like the setup, you know, as much as what Falcon had. It was the day and night. The Bounty Hunter Mirana is like up there, and then the Rubik Spirit Breaker is kind of like down, you know.
Oh, he bashed the Razor mid lane that time. And
oh, shit. Like, he did so much that game.
Sorry, what percentage chance do you think they have to win TI right now, Liquid?
17%.
Exactly. That's the only answer.
There was only one answer to get there. One thing we didn't talk too much about is Venom Screen and his counterpart with the mid lane. We had the overall last pick going the way of Liquid, so it was Invoker that was picked into the Earthshaker. We knew it was coming, and yet this Earthshaker never died, Rhea. Never.
It's because he's just the best. He's the best Earthshaker in the world. I love seeing Malrine on these heroes like Shaker or Sand King when he can make plays by like he got a blink at 11 minutes. When he can do that and he can be around the map and enable everyone else, he gains his farm. Like on the way, like he'll farm on the way, kill someone, farm back. He's so efficient and good with it. I think it also comes from how good the supports are, right? Because we've seen other teams where the mid will just end up walking around the map and kind of flailing because the supports aren't setting up enough. But you have this super strong duo in Mirana, Bounty Hunter, and then it just means that anywhere Malrine goes, you have like a Svensson, you have your Mirana follow-up, you have like a Razor to do damage, you have everything. I think Malrine was perfectly enabled in the draft.
It definitely did seem that way from the way Game 1 played itself out. And I'm sure that Team Liquid has something in mind to come back in this game number 2. There's a lot of effort that needs to be put in this draft, though, because they need to start off well. They need to set themselves up for success, starting from the lanes already, as that's where it all went wrong in Game 1. But let's see what is coming our way.
Team Liquid versus Team Falcons. Game 2.
The second game, we're going to have Falcons on the Radiant side. We swapped that around. Team Liquid will therefore be Dire side, and Team Liquid will be the team with first pick. Falcons overall last pick. And we got maybe a couple of changes coming out. One hero in particular might be missing in terms of bans, because Team Liquid does have the possibility to pick up the Ember if they really want to, but it's not just that, because it's been a little while since
wait a minute.
hero make it through.
Wait a minute. Oh my god.
Yep.
This hero is back.
Oh.
Do you want to play Ember against that, or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best answer, because you kind of stop him from moving around in the team fights. You build Mage Slayer. But then again, you know, I think ES just gets to a point where he doesn't really care. He's going to get there, you know.
There's a couple ways to try and navigate Earth Spirit. You need to have early ways that when he rotates, you just have the damage to kill him. Don't allow him to spread the Magnetize over a long duration. It's like catch him, kill him, stop him from using his ultimate. Or you just need to have really tanky heroes with dispels.
You know, sounds like a job for Doom.
Alright, can we...
What was the win rate on Doom? You want to remind me of that one? But yeah, tankiness to survive or just kill him.
Can we take a small step back in the sense that this Earth Spirit, I mean, we talk about it a lot and we see it banned almost every single time. Mm-hmm. What is the short version of why this hero is banned every single time?
Quick map play. You get to lane into pretty much most matchups. You don't really care what you play into. Even some of the harder matchups you can play, because you can kill off the range creep. You rotate nicely. You can buy Vessel. You can buy Shivas. You can buy like pretty much whatever items you want to continue fighting into the map. And Magnetize does so much damage. The talents also feel really nice. So your damage scales throughout the game. Your map presence is there. You can TP rotate quickly. Like everything you want in a hero. Earthspirit has from the mid lane.
He's so hard to kill because he has so much strength gain per level. I don't know why the hero is so tanky.
Yeah. He also is like so good for mid lane because he doesn't even have to skill roll anymore. You can just skill your kick and pull and you're able to just clear waves and farm efficiently. And then on top of that, his innate means that he gets extra damage depending on how many rocks he hasn't used. So in mid lane, where you don't even need to use your rocks, you can just kick creeps into other creeps, for example. It's like he just is dealing so much more damage than he should be doing.
One day he'll get nerfed into a point where he actually goes back to support again. But maybe this is the TI. This is the TI that will send him back to the role he was started on. Well, technically he didn't start on that because it was kind of broken on release. But anyways.
We got a nice start for the draft for Team Falcons as well. The Lina and the Centaur are a classic duo and have had quite success this international.
Yeah, very stable foundation for the draft here. I don't know if the Lina is going to be a flex for them because I probably don't want Skitter to play this hero because it doesn't really fit the MO, which we discussed briefly in the first game, where Skitter needs to be the dagger hero. He needs to be the frontline hero. Do you think it might be a support? Do you think there's a chance that it could be a support? I remember Falcons did it a long time ago on Crit.
Sure, but I also could just see, like, I mean, there's so much flexibility with it that fundamentally, if it is cores, no matter what, Centaur will protect Lina core, done against the Earthspirit. I prefer that to be the case. I don't really want to see Centaur to go to support and then everything goes around in different directions. But Liquid, they want the pace to be increased immensely this game. They now pick up 2 supports that don't just play just chilling, waiting for things. There's not a Rubik waiting for things to happen. It's not a Spirit Breaker chasing into the map. It's now a Tusk and a Hoodwink together, getting kills, making moves, and that's exactly what Earthspirit wants. So the pacing will be very different to Game 1. Falcons, they need to be ready for this amount of damage in both the lanes and the early rotations.
Yeah. Something like Undying is still in the pool if they want to just try and focus on bringing lanes back to neutral, because right now it looks like Liquid is just going to go for murder after murder after murder.
And you kind of need supports that can match up against Tusk, like Wyvern with the Embrace against the tag team, or something like a Dark Wheeler to dodge the tag team, or the Wind Ranger. You know, I think heroes like this that provide you with stability in the lane, they need to pick their supports right now and ensure that the last pick would be easy. Because if they pick supports that are too greedy, then the laning phase could be a question mark. Then it could create a lot of problems when you're trying to pick your overall last pick. So the 2 picks here, 16-17 on Falcons, is very, very important.
Hey, you talked about the Enchantress already.
Yeah, this is the strongest support in the early game. And Bane as well, like very, very strong. Probably is Creed going to be playing the Enchantress here.
They very much went for the we want to survive as much as possible, right? You've gone for 2 lane dominating supports in their own ways, and that alone is like, okay, if we can win the first 8, that will buy us time to get to 20, and by 20 we feel like we'll have a draft that will outscale Liquid. But it's now a lot of emphasis on both I was about to combine Snaking and Crit into one name there, but anyway, Crit and Snaking to kind of fill their roles.
I'm also kind of like a fan of the way they play the Ench, where you max the impetus early and you don't get heal and you just be a damage dealer.
They're one of those type of supports, I see.
Oh, wow.
You don't... I mean, I'm a fan of the enchant and heal, and you just get the creeps, you just body, and then when Earthspirit rolls in, you just press heal, and then it's like you just don't care anymore, because it's like, alright, great, I'm doing my job. But I can see the damage. I think if you just put some Tusk to half HP, there's no fight to be had, right? So...
There's the big booty. I don't think I've ever said booty this many times on panel.
No, what a name for a hero, by the way. Especially at TI as well, Shiva. Come on.
And he's not even, you know, from old Dota 1, right?
He is from Dota 1. The name is based on his, if you remember his old Dota 1 model, he actually has a very big bottom.
Very big bottom.
That explains it. That explains it. Thank you for that.
Okay, this is probably Ace's best hero. The Underlord, he knows this hero inside out. It gives them a lot of global presence. You can connect to the Tusk. It's just a very, very strong lane with Hoodwink. I'm expecting the Underlord to go with the Hoodwink, and the Tusk will be on the 5. The position 5 with the range carry, get to round everything up, you know, for Liquid.
What is a good range carry here, though? Because with Lina, I feel like she outranges a lot of heroes, and with Centaur, I'm worried about the ability to get on top of someone.
But you have the ES, so I think you just need a draft that works, that makes sense in the lane, and you are you're gonna be fine. I think ES is gonna be a true win condition. Like even like Nature's Prophet is still in the pool, which could be fine with the Tusk. Anything that's strong in the lane.
I mean, it's the Prophet, the Wind Rangers, the Lunas, like the super kind of generic range core that will do their role in the early game, and then you can just join the Earth Spirit, like Winter's already mentioning, join the Underlord with his axe timing. Like, you don't want a carry that like is out of sync with Underlord and Earth Spirit.
Yeah. The benefit about having the MP is you have a way to wake up the sleep, you know, from Bane. I think Bane really hates playing to MP.
We saw Nature's Prophet banned by Falcons in Game 1. So it is on their radar. They might still ban it out. I feel like at this point as well, I kind of have to ask, like, is Lone Druid just ignored in this series? Like, is he dead? Is he done? We saw him be so impactful yesterday.
At the moment, it's ignored, but also could be a consideration for Liquid potentially, just because you see the kind of supports. The Lone Druid can always hunt them, and you are going to farm quite nicely in lane, so it is a potential pickup for Liquid as well.
They have a really nice 4 as well. So like whilst Lone Druid is farming up all those items, I think the rest of them can play really nicely together. I think Lone Druid Bear has insane kill potential on lane if you bring Tusk as well. I mean, it would be so nice.
The final pick for Liquid.
Yeah, the decision here is about how greedy they think they can go, you know, here. Can we go for the Lone Druid, or do we want something more team-based like the Luna? Like, or the Win, you know, Win is like a very team-based hero. This is a little bit, I would say, like a strange one, because Centaur is considered a very hard counter to win. But Liquid feels like we don't really care about that. All we need here is a hero that can play with the team, because the benefit of having a Win as a carry is the rune fights are going to be very favorable for you. You can just come over, shoot a power shot. Usually it's going to end up with your team winning the small little fight there. So that's going to give them a lot of early game aggression, and Falcons have to decide as well, on their part, how greedy can they get? What type of Skitter hero he's going to be able to get his hands on here to stabilize the game and let the Lina farm. Like, what melee heroes are available here?
Tiny?
Unless you want to go back for the Kings that he's played quite a bit of.
Kings is okay. Kings is pretty decent.
I feel like this point, he has a lot of options that he could go for. He has deep pockets.
Yeah, if Ursa wasn't so bad of a hero, Ursa would be good here.
Until they pick, no.
It traditionally is counted as the hardest hero for Underlord to deal with in the whole game.
I mean, also into Ursa, right? Just any way to just try to punish the Magnetizer always going to feel really nice, right? So, I mean, the lifesteal ban makes a lot of sense from Liquid to protect it. You're not really going to see Juggernaut in current meta. Also, Arme is not in the playoffs.
Didn't we see it? Like, somebody, was it tried pure play? I think somebody played Juggernaut, I remember.
And then, we're just going back for the Sven, why not?
Yeah. That's very solid. I think the way I see it is Underlord reduces a lot of your damage, and Sven overwhelms you with too much damage. So you don't really care, and he still fits the ammo of a blink stun. And it's very, very important that Skitter is playing the blink stun hero.
And I think with Nisha playing the Earth Spirit, it just takes one roll into a Fiend script, Skitter will be there, or Mal will be there, and you will kill the Earth Spirit off very quickly. So I think the Falcons have the tools to deal with probably the strongest hero at TI so far. But if they don't control the pacing of the game, Liquid have all the heroes to poke, to prod, to get an objective, to reset, get the resources, go again for another kill. They have a very scary lineup. It looks a little bit better for Liquid, but I think Falcons, they have the tools to just build that big net worth lead again, to play through their supports, to get their cores online.
Yeah, when I look at these lineups, I think Mickey's pick at first confuses me a bit. You now have the plus armor from Sven. You're playing into a Dispel from Enchantress. You're playing into a Malreen's Lina who can, doesn't care about win run in the first place. It seems like early they have a chance to like really shut him down and give him no options. But the other 4 heroes are very, very strong to the point that I think they make up for his weaknesses. And then eventually when Mickey is able to have a BKB and can then join Nisha in like going on Malreen's Lina, for example, and not letting him play the game.
So, main question is very simple. A game 3, yay or nay?
It's a tough one. This one is a very tough one. I think it's very equal. But according to stats, you can't go wrong with Earth Spirit.
Yeah, what he said. I mean, to be fair, statistically, Earth Spirit very good.
Yeah.
But after that first game, it's hard to go against Falcons.
Yeah.
But I think Liquid, they're in a better position. They have the Earth Spirit, they have the aggression, they have the Liquid of 2 years past.
surely.
I think if Falcons is able to beat Liquid here, it's obviously very good for them to stay in the competition, and that's very nice. But I also think this would be a very strong statement of like, hey guys, we will answer your Earth Spirit with Alina, and we will win. And that will open up the draft for them moving forward in this international. So there's maybe going to be a lot of other teams looking at this to see if Falcons will get that advantage over them in the games to come. But of course, they have to perform first. They have to do it first. They have to beat Team Liquid and eliminate Team Liquid first. And so far, their history here during the international has been mostly going to a game 3, but maybe they can break that curse here for a second time round. As we first are going to hear from Coach AUI before heading in the game.
Thank you so much, Shaver. AUI, we got a chance to talk to Blitz in the last interview, and he was just talking about how much he loves you. 20 years together in the Dota Sushi, one of the biggest friends that he has. And then you walk out there in game 1 and absolutely trash his ass like it was nothing. Why are you so mean to him?
I don't know. But yeah, I've known Blitz forever. We know each other since Dota 1. I respect the guy a lot, and it's honestly a pleasure. Apparently, this is the first time we played on the main stage against each other. He told me that. Gave me a hug backstage. It's honestly, I'm blessed.
Wow, you certainly don't care enough to not pick Sven again. Very rude of you. Let's talk a little bit about this Sven. Why you guys? Why Sven? Why so strong?
I think he fulfills like stuff that we need in our lineup. Skitter's good at the hero, and like he goes well with Amar and Maureen's hero pool, so it's just a good hero for us.
All right, you guys have already eviscerated everyone's bracket in this series, but at least tell me we're gonna go to a game 3. Promise me, Owie. Promise me like you would promise him 20 years ago.
No, I really hope not.
You don't hope that you don't make it to a game 3? You gotta reword that, Owie. They're watching.
Yeah, I want 2-0 for us.
Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Very well. Owie 2000, incredible job. I hope that you get that 2-0. My bracket. But thank you so much. But you guys, we'll get into the game.
Thank you so much. Falcons versus Liquid, game number 2. AUI, one of my favorite, I'd call them personalities, I guess, of all time, Cinderin. He was a coach for us. First, he was a player, though.
Us?
Yeah, DC, back in the day.
Yeah, you just say us, you know, people are going to be like, what Counter-Strike team did he coach you
He
on?
was my personal coach.
Oh.
But yeah, he's a really nice guy, very humble, and glad to see him have so much success. I mean, he's won 3 TIs, technically, 2 as a coach, 1 as a player, one of the most legendary people in the scene, no doubt about it. As we get into game number 2, do you think there will be a game number 3, Cinderella?
I think there's a pretty good chance of it, at the very least. I mean, the first game was obviously a complete beatdown, and when a game extends that long and one team is dominating, at the end, it's going to look like the worst loss ever, right? But in reality, you know, you could have argued that they should have GD'd out earlier, and they were just far behind against the Bounty Hunter lineup, and that was a very hard game to recover, is what I'm trying to say. But Liquid are the kind of team that can bounce back from a bad game immediately and find the right solutions, and obviously they have very resilient players. They've been through everything. They've been through incredible win streaks. They've had the worst losses ever on the biggest stage. They've tried it all. So, and obviously their players are a little bit of a mix of 2 past teams, the old Liquid and the old Gaming Gladiators, and both of those teams had rivalries between each other and obviously with the other big dogs at the time. So experience is very key in situations like this, and they've got that in spades at the very least. And the lineup this time, I think, is just also better overall than the game was in number 1.
Yeah, they got the big booty on Ace. I think I would have guessed Underlord, but I didn't know that was the answer. Of course, Pit Lord is the original Cinderella, the OG of Dota 1. But yeah, they get to pick that again. This time it's again against a much different lineup. You have, I mean, Sven is the same, I suppose, from Falcon's side, so Skeeter will get a repeat on that. But Amar playing much different hero this time around than the Razor. It is Centaur who has been... The funny thing about this draft is you didn't know where the Centaur was going until the very last pick, because it could have been mid, technically. They could have played Carry, Lina. But yeah, that's part of the flexibility that comes with Falcons.
Yeah, for as long as this team has existed, they have been, I want to say, the biggest flex team in Tier 1 Dota. Like, they've just always valued having shared hero pools. that might be one of the things that AUI has been focusing on the absolute most in the draft, and has kind of had his players either train specific heroes to get them on a playable level, or just immediately recognize, all right, which heroes do we have major overlap in that I can use for strategy? Obviously, Razor is one that comes to mind from the beginning. Timbersaw, Huskar, Viper, and a lot of these heroes, what they share is an ability to absolutely destroy individual matchups. So a lot of the games that Falcons win, one or two of their lanes are extremely one-sided. Now, last game, that wasn't necessarily the case by draft. It kind of just accelerated very quickly. Or you could argue they stomped the bot lane, which I still think they shouldn't have on paper. But other than that, that game wasn't a game where they were just drafting to smash lanes. This time around, the hero that comes to mind for that is the Enchantress. This is a hero Falcons love. Played it countless times, but it's actually in the hands of Crit, which is kind of unusual. This is, I think Snaking has the highest win streak of all time in Pro Dota on this hero, maybe on any hero. I believe he won 21 games of Enchantress in a row in 2024, 2025 before he lost, if I'm not mistaken. I just remember it being this most ridiculous stat line. But they're still choosing to put it on Crit instead here. Crit plays Bane. But I guess they just want to keep their players in the respective lanes rather than in terms of the heroes themselves.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Enchantress is such an ultra-aggressive hero, and this is a hero that can scale into the late game as well.
Yeah.
We've seen so many times before. But yeah, now that Snaking is on Bane, you're not going to be... I don't think you can get the same farm as Marana.
No, that is not happening. That is definitely not happening. But the thing about Ench is, in certain matchups and certain lanes, this hero dominates. This doesn't seem like the type of lane that's likely going to happen. You're playing into level 2 tag team with a Wind Ranger, and together with a Centaur. I don't think you are going to be putting all that much pressure, but you're definitely going to get a lot of farm onto a Mar.
Yeah, and we've seen the Centaurs kind of take... I mean, if he doesn't go Heart first, Cinder, and I'll be shocked. Or Radiance, or something weird.
They go Helm of the Dominator into Midas.
Okay, well...
A real Amar would
into
go
Midas?
Yeah, that's real.
Wow.
That's a real Amar build, isn't it?
That's equivalent to double Midas. That's excellent.
Helm of the Dominator, Midas, Battle Fury.
Yeah, I mean, Helm is, I guess, standard. At
yeah,
this point.
you just
get it literally every single game. Understandable. Actually makes me miss Marcy a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. That was the original Helm when that came back.
Yeah.
Be able to bounce off of that one.
I would argue it's surprising that we've seen her, I believe, 0 games.
Would you, if she was picked, do you think it would be more likely to be a support or a core?
I think it would be more likely for it to be picked as a core, but I mean, she definitely has some shortcomings. I'm not super surprised that she's not top meta or anything, but 0 games on that hero is quite surprising, especially because there's a couple of players on the big stage here that are in the main event that really play a mean Marson and like specialized in it, but none of them are running it, so what can you do?
Bottom rune will be a regen for Malrine. We'll bottle it up. Nisha will take an LSA. Snaking in the area. Not able to get anything off, though. Crit also here, but Alpha Wolf a little bit too late to the party. But we'll be able to pressure the tower. Going to keep that siege alive a little bit longer now that this wave catches up.
Yeah, this is a key timing for multiple reasons for Falcons. As you mentioned, the siege creep. Malrine also cracked level 6, so they wanted to put the Laguna to use to get a kill and the tower. They're going to settle for Boxy.
Yep. Laguna is there. Boxy staying alive with the Lotus, but the brain sap and the right clicks are enough as Malrine will secure first blood and the tier 1 at 6.5 minutes. Very, very fast play here from Falcons. Nisha, first magnetize of the game onto Snaking. Gonna get the roll in as well. That's a kill, so some good retribution. Actually gets that bushwhack as well onto Malrine, onto the single tree there. TP's out successfully. But they do save the tower. Thought that was a goner for sure.
It's a good response from Tofu, but you could maybe have wished for it to come a little bit earlier so that they wouldn't have lost 90% of the tower, but still, it's a good sign that they don't just have to immediately concede this to the first Enchantress move. And they get Nisha on the board. Now, he doesn't have Urn. He is going Treads first, so no pickup of that with the kill. But this hero, like the panel talked about, Earth Spirit's been one of the biggest heroes of the entire tournament. Insanely high win rate, and there's plenty of heroes in the pool that have high win rates. The thing that's most impressive about Earth Spirit is that he's been first picked in the majority of games, and yes,
he's getting gone on under the tier 1 tower. Will pop the God Strength to try to kill off Boxy. Not going to happen though. The Nightmare is there though. No follow-up, so Snake King not able to secure at least some sort of a trade. Good rotation from Liquid.
Mickey even made his way down there in case there was going to be a response from Falcons, so Liquid are sure to bring the numbers. But yeah, what I was saying about Earth Spirit is he's going to pick up an Arcane Rune. This hero has been, I think it has about 65% win rate as a primarily first-picked core, which is very unusual. So, definitely one of the strongest heroes. He's going to connect onto Mar. Silence. No focus fire, though. Worried about the retaliate, I suppose. I mean, he has to use it if they want to kill it, though.
Yeah, well,
maybe not.
Jackal will be there. Yeah, doesn't need it after all, it seems.
All good.
Malrine, though, the Laguna Blade. Can they get the kill on the Nisha? Nice job with the Wild Wing Ripper as well. The right clicks are coming for him. The impetus, not quite enough, but Malrine, can you guess correctly? Into the north. Nisha gonna get hit by the Dragon Slave, kills off the Wild Wing Ripper. The Blood Grenade, right clicks do suffice. Might cost them though. Crit can take the
that's a nice LSA connection.
onto the tier 1 tower with the Dragon Slave as well. Mid-game now ticking out. So Malrine's rotation makes the world of difference. Very close call though. That could have lived on both heroes, technically speaking, for Liquid.
Really good spellcasting from Malrine. That looks easier than it is. And yeah, Liquid don't really get anything for free here. Begs the question, what if you just focus fire at the Centaur right away? Yeah, you're going to take some retaliate damage, obviously, but I think you kill him first, and then...
Yeah, that becomes a little scarier.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously dicey, right? And you know you're going to take a lot of damage, but time is of the essence in moments like that, because you know the enemy team is going to rotate and put up some sort of a defensive rotation for a Mar.
Okay guys, ano na nangyari?
Is Blade just dead on most heroes?
Yeah.
Kamusta tayo dyan? 166 viewers. Let's cast this game. So less than 1k gold lead para sa Team Liquid. Uy, pumasok yung Earth Spirit, ha? Okay. This is interesting.
One of them doesn't get picked. It's pretty dead, yeah. We haven't seen much Axe either. It's been very...
So pretty even pa rin yung game. You know, palitan lang sa 10, sa less than 1k gold lead.
Favors hard carries a lot. And X oftentimes goes up in value.
Posing what time ang Team Spirit and Vision?
But
next series ata sila. Next series ata sila, bro.
Oh, excuse me.
So si Malrine ang nag-lina this game. And balik sa Sven tong si Skitter. Si Amar naman, Centaur. Ay, nag-ano ulit si Ace, ha? Nag-Underlord ulit si Ace. Interesting.
It was, yeah, I mean, no, Track used...
Hey, Jay, Den Cabo. Game number 2 to, bro. Game 1, nanalo ang Falcons. So mga kakarating pa lang guys, big shoutout sa inyong lahat. Magandang gabi, magandang hapon, at magandang araw kung nasan man kayong panig ng mundo. Welcome dito sa channel. At kung naintriga ako sino nanalo Game 1, Falcons nga ang nanalo ng Game 1. Ng first series, nanalo ang Bet Boom against Iron Wing. Snake King, delikado, na-shackle shot pero hindi nag-latch. Napakagandang block pero ang gandang sleep coming from Snake King. But I don't think it will be enough to survive that onslaught coming from McKay.
And we should mention,
pag nahulog ang Liquid dyan, basag ang final score sa kanila. Yun nga, yung mga ano natin, predictions natin, no?
The original Tusk for me is Crit, and then it became Boxy eventually. If that makes sense.
There's a couple of noteworthy mentions. I think FY also had a couple of years where he was insane on Soxa. I think.
Grabe na meta ngayon talaga, no? May ano na, yung mga Helm of Dominator. Pero ito si Skitter. Nagano siya dito, ha? Uy, nahuli. At ito na din si Ace. Andun yung 5 ng Liquid and Skitter. Mabilis na mapapatay dito ng Team Liquid.
If he could have somehow won that exchange, I think
That would have been an Arteezy.
Meanwhile, nandun lang sa may tree line tong si Bane. Will it be enough to take down Nisha? Hindi tumama yung LSA. Laguna Blade was committed. Mukhang mabubuhay pa rin dito yung Earth Spirit. And this time, they will try to retaliate. At ang mapipick off nila dito will be Snaking.
Definitely not the same start that they were accustomed to in that game number 1.
Isn't that crazy to just
Ayos.
see that unfold?
Maganda yung galawan ngayon ng Team Liquid so far.
Full duration fiend script.
8-3 sa mga bet lords natin dyan. Yung first 10 kills nanginginig-nginig na yan.
And gets to counterplay.
Malapit-lapit na sa katotohanan niya ng mga Liquid fans. Wala ba tayo dyan?
Centaur is in the game.
Yung mga yung mga ibang caster. No, guys, send nyo na lang sa Gcash ha. Pag nanonood ako sa ibang channel, Gcash na lang ha. Okay, teka lang. Si Boxing gusto nila dito nga i-try, hindi na makakapag-snowball out. Masyadong maganda yung chain stun coming from Falcons. The real McCoy, bro! What's up? Kamusta? Long time no see. So tier 1 tower dito sa bottom lane. Malapit nang mapush to ng Team Liquid. Will open up a little bit of map for them. At nahuli pa nga si Snaking doon. Tatama yung sharpshooter and Ace will be here. Nightmare pababa. But I don't think this will be enough to escape this pick-off. There you go. Makukuha yung tier 1 tower at makukuha din ang buhay ni Snaking doon. Maganda din sa late game ng Falcons. Yes. Pag na-utilize nila yung Lina, guys Yung Lina nung game number 1 medyo nasalanta ng bagyo yung Lina ni Mickey Pero this game, mga maagang rotations naman ang mga nangyayari. Pero ang ganda na naman. Hindi ka umabot. Pero it's enough. It's enough to take down Crit. First 10 kills, nahuli na. Ito yung stampede in coming from Amar. And Amar will take the kill. Walang mana dito si Maureen. Teka lang, Nisha. Nag-TP out. Nag-TP out. Wala nang maaabutan dito ang Liquid or maybe Amar. We will see. I don't think so. So magba-back off na lang muna dito ang Falcons and Team Liquid will invade the triangle area to finish off this couple of stacks.
I think in order for Amar to buy this item, he needs to feel.
Ano hula mo dyan, bossing? Ito na naman tayo. Ayoko mag-predict kasi baka mamaya kabaliktaran na naman I'll go for Liquid kasi gusto ko mag-game 3. Yan. Ganyan na lang. Simplehan na lang natin yung palusot, no? Gusto ko mag-game 3 so I'll go for Team Liquid.
Or Mars. Yeah.
Even in the current meta, he would pick Mars.
Ayos naman, di ba? Ayos lang yan.
I think that hero is super fun to watch.
I mean, he got dumpster.
Shout out from Cebu, si Jonathan Gabutan. Yan, shout out sa'yo, brother. What's up? Uy, teka lang. Mabilis na na-takedown dun si si Centaur. Meanwhile, may return kill naman dito ang Falcons and Ace hindi na makakatakas. Maureen is dominating right now. Napakahalaga ng kanyang boots of travel. Pag natalo Liquid, boss, basag ang prediction ko papunta silang finals. Yun, ako din hindi naman. Semi-final sila sa akin. Uy, teka lang. Nahuli dito si Snaking. Oh, hindi enough. Not enough. Okol, what's up? Kamusta, Okol? Sino mas better ang draft? Nakuha ng Liquid yung ES So yung ES, malaki yung factor nito sa team fight. Early game, mid game, late game. So, yun ang meta niya ngayon. Oy, teka lang, nahuli na naman si Snaking. Snaking will fall. Yung Enchantress pala si Crit. Sorry guys. Masyado akong nailito kasi si Snaking yung madalas na gumagamit ng Enchantress So si Crit pala yun. Yan, nalakas Lina and Sven. Pero yun nga, let's not i-disregard tong Lina at saka Sven. Pag nagkaroon si Amar ng Aghanim Scepter, yung workhorse niya, pwede niyang bitbitin lang si Lina pero may click lang. Kayang umubos ng hero. So this is game of timing, I guess. And speaking of timing, nahuli na naman si Skitter, and Skitter snaking, pinatulog, and Mickey gusto bigyan si Snaking at mukhang retaliation. Mickey buhay pa rin. 2 heroes down para sa side ng Falcons. Tiwala Gaming lang. Sa Sunday yung Grand Finals, yes! Jonathan, sa Sunday yan. Ayos lang tayo, Okol. Ito, nangati ako mag-cast, na-miss ko mag-cast. Pagpasensyaan nyo na guys, sa mga bagong pasok lang sa channel. Dati, regular ako nagka-cast nung pandemic. That was long time ago. Pero ngayon kung napifeel nyo na, medyo utal-utal naman tong caster na to, tsaka bulol. Number 1, bulol talaga ako. Number 2, tagal ko nang di nag-cast. So, nagpapainit pa tayo guys. Oo, secret nga yung Enchantress.
That's interesting that there would be such
crispy armor.
I think it was massive. I think I looked at it and it was like, I think it was a 5 that had.
Oo nga, malaki na sila, Makoy. It's been a while, no? Dati baby pa. Thank you bro. Salamat sa pag-drop by. Just like the old times. Mary Jane Villamore, shoutout sa'yo, madam. Happy viewing po. Nanonood lang po kami ng Dota. Hindi po kami humahawak ng baril. Nanonood lang po, naglalaro lang po ng Dota. Hindi po kami magiging kriminal. Nadali doon, ha? Hi, madam. Shoutout sa'yo. Welcome back again. Sabi naman, workaholic naman si Madam Carey. Working holidays. So, Aghanim Scepter na si Ace. Meanwhile, Secret will go for Aghanim Scepter. Ito yung parang yung parang Winter's Curse. Malagay naman, meron na siyang Hurricane Pike at Boots of Travel going for MKB. Kailangan yan to face against Wind Ranger. Essence Distiller naman and Arcane Boots for Tofu. Echo Saber and Mass of Madness kay Sven. Mjolnir na si Mickey, guys. Mjolnir na and he's farming his BKB. Meanwhile, Amar may Helm of Dominator and Lotus Orb. Going for his either Blink Dagger or Heart of Tarask. Sino pa? Sino pa ang di natin ay yung ES, yung item kaya ng ES. Ano kaya ang item ng ES? Halipin ang salapi. Yun lang, madam. Grabe, no? Wala, ganun talaga eh. That's life right now eh. Okay, may Blink Dagger na din yung Sven. So, we'll see kung magsa-smoke reveal or Blink reveal sila dito through smoke. Ayun na nga, bumili na dito si Crit. Spider-Man work from home, sabi dito ni Okol ni Benjo. Okay, so nag-Blink Dagger muna dito si... Oy, teka lang, Crit! Nadali na, and there's a follow-up coming from ES, and mabilis na na-takedown dito ang Enchantress. Meanwhile, merong Fiend's Grip and Skitter, galit na galit. Pinatay si Nisha, hindi pa tapos. Meron pa ditong Storm Hammer, Snowball into death. So that's 1 for 2 in favor of Falcons this time. Ace, hindi na siya tumulong doon, no? Hindi niya na sinubukang i-save yung kanyang ES dahil wala naman siyang magagawa din talaga. Okay lang ba yung sounds natin, guys? Like, masyado bang malakas yung yung mga caster na nag-i-English? Malakas pa rin ba sila? Ito big item to, big item pick up tong tong anong tawag doon? Yung Friends, anong tawag dun sa skill ni Enchantress na yun? Barney and Friends ba yun? Okay, teka lang, Nisha, eto na naman siya. Kasama pa si Ace, and Enchantress will fall on the hands of that Earth Spirit. Okay, naghahanap pa. Nakakapag-TP out naman si snaking.
Because when it was first introduced, I feel like we would see it as like a luxury 4th, 5th item. And I feel like it's always been really
Uli. Nadali. Hindi pa rin siya nakalusot.
Since back then, I think
Di na dinig yung bubble wrap. Tapos na.
The game has also developed in a direction where it's less about balling up.
Yan. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Maraming salamat. Tapos na yung prito ko ng isda eh. So, since naka-pick off sila doon ng dalawang support, Liquid will quickly secure this Tormentor and Tofu ang makakakuha ng shard.
Incoming spell damage amp on the target is really nice news for Earth Spirit. Underlord Firestorm against
Next item dito ni Underlord will be BKB. Selena still working his way to get that MKB. Unti-unti niyang ginagapang yan. Si Nisha naman, may BKB na dito yung Earth Spirit. Mahuhuli na naman si Crit. And there's the Walrus Punch. And Crit will fall. Another pick off coming from Team Liquid.
Crit has played a lot of games on Enchantress in his career, but it's just
yung Wind Ranger, hindi ko pa nakikita kung naka-BKB na ba dito si Mickey. Pero si Skitter naman, yeah, he's working on his own BKB. Top of the network natin guys, si Amar sa kanyang Centaur. Kanya lang yung farming area na yun. Triangle at saka yung left side nung extended map. Kanya lang yan. So, Heart of Tarask is up for him. Tanky na yan. Next item will be Blink Dagger. Skitter naman, papeles na lang. Si Crit, 600 gold or 500 gold away para sa kanyang Aghanim Scepter. This will be interesting once na makuha nila yung mga items na kailangan nila. Meanwhile, nakita ni Amar yun na may nag-smoke at ayun na nga yung Walrus Punch into rolling. You see me rolling. Buhay pa rin guys si Amar, pero hindi, nahuli siya dito ni Tofu. And tumama pa yung sharpshooter. Buhay pa rin si Amar, sobrang kunat, but walang makunat sa 5. Unstoppable si Tofu dito sa game na to guys. Liquid trying to push the tier 1 tower. They will be successful after killing 2 heroes dito ng Team Falcons. Wow! Win probability nasa side pa rin ng Falcons ha. Meanwhile, Mallory nahuli dito si Boxy. Boxy, hindi siya nakapag-snowball. Buhay pa rin, pero tamang 4-staff out lang dito si Mallory. Mallory, hindi nag-latch yung shackle shot. Crit, hinahabol ni Mickey. And Mickey, hinahabol naman ng Sven na naka-BKB. Boxy, ang kanyang kinuhang target. Mamamatay si Boxy. Kaya lang nag-o-audition ng Falcons, guys. 4 heroes down para lang kay Boxy. At biglang angat sa 5k ang gold lead dito ng Team Liquid.
I don't know if Dota Plus saw that one coming because it was just showing a 67% win rate. Oh, not anymore.
Uy, nakita si Nisha. Napatulog. May setup ata. Mukhang hindi naman na. Hindi naman na magpo-push through. Wala yung ibang kakampi. Paldo sa Nigma, Reister, Lokban. Wala ba tayo dyan? Grabe sa mga pumaldo sa Nigma. So, kaya ensanche na nga itong si ES. So, medyo mabilis na yung Fiend's Grip sa kanya. Meanwhile, may Yule Scepter si Tofu to cancel that Fiend's Grip dahil yun lang naman ang pwedeng mag-hold dito sa mga heroes ng or cores ng Team Liquid. At uy, teka lang, may nakita dito si Nisha. Ayun, naipit. Pero meron ditong tulong galing kay Underlord and Enchantress na naman ang napili dito ni Nisha. Hindi maglalaan yung Rolling Boulder, pero yung power shot ni Mickey will secure that kill. Mallory, on the other hand, nandito sa bottom side ng map. At mukhang habulin siya dito ni Tofu. Nag-TP out. Hindi na niya binushwak.
Imagine that essence distiller hits though. Very powerful.
Alam mo pinagbabaril ni Lauren of kagabi ng sniper, no? Sniper lang sila ni Lorenov kagabi.
Mickey has the Mjolnir BKB.
So ito ng Team Liquid, minamadali ang pag-push dito sa Tier 2 tower, gumamit pa ng Focus Fire. Itong si Mickey para lang maka-dealt or maka-deal ng somehow madaming damage dun sa Tier 2 tower.
You might say it's not the right choice because he's
Ito na yun, Tier 2 tower down na.
I actually kind of like it. I think he needs to be
Okay, akit sa 7k gold lead ng Team Liquid. Snaking, medyo wala siyang game game 2 ah. Mukhang nangangamoy game 3 ha. Pero again, it's too early to say. Wala pa yung Blink Dagger ni Amar. Wala pa yung late game potential dito ng Team Falcons. Boxy gusto niyang gumawa ng play. Ayun na nga. At na Walrus Punch na nga dito si Malrin. At nahuli pa ng Root. Yung LSA, madadodge ng BKB. Patay kaagad yung Lina. Crit. Hindi pa tapos ang habol dito ng Liquid. Crit naman ang mabibigyan after that. Killing spree na si Ace. Gusto natin ang game number 3, syempre, di ba? We want more Dota. We want more Dota, guys.
And I don't really see the purpose of it this game. I mean, maybe I'm just missing something. Could be. But I definitely would have leaned in the pike.
Okay, si Amar naman, makikita dito ng Falcon or ng Liquid.
I don't even think we've seen a cast this.
Meron ba silang pang-hold? Uy, teka lang, si Boxy. Kasama dito si Mickey and patay na naman si Snake King. Unstoppable na si Mickey. Meanwhile, Amar nakapag-TP out dun sa bottom lane. Tofu, 7-0-12 yung hoodwink ni Tofu dito sa game na to. Skitter nakapag-blink out of danger. Trabaho pa rin. Hindi pa tapos hanggat hindi pa basag ang throne, sabi nga nila. Next item dito ni Skitter will be the Daedalus. Gusto niyang masakit ang kanyang hampas. Nisha naman, next item will be Shiva's Guard into his own Heart of Tarask. Malayo pa yung Heart, pero yung Shiva's tinatrabaho na niya. Crit, ito na yung Aghanim Scepter ng Enchantress. Amar naman, may Blink Dagger na. Dami pang kailangang items ng Falcons para maka-teamfight sila dito against Team Liquid. Kasi ready na yung Liquid na makancel yung Fiend's Grip eh. So, eto na yung MKB ni Malrin. The problem here is wala siyang BKB. Wala atang BKB si Malrin. Hindi man ako nagkakamali guys ha. Okay, snaking. Makikita dito ng Underlord. Mabilis na tinake down. Wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Focus fire na. So may smoke of deceit dito ang Falcons. Parang, oy, teka lang, si Nisha kanilang nahuli pero nakapag BKB. Magnetize ginamit din. Rolling boulder hindi magiging successful at mabilis na matitake down. Etong ES kaya lang si Skitter na-cancel yung kanyang TP and Amar nandito din. Para sa ES, tatlo ang kapalit and Ace is dominating sa kanyang Underlord.
In the driver's seat to say the least.
Laging one sides pag natatalo ang Falcons, sabi dito ni Vince. Magsalang ulit ng popcorn, matagal pa to, enjoy lang tayo, yes! Enjoy nga lang talaga tayo. Ito yung mas okay na na hero ni Mickey. Yung Lina kanina, wala talaga siyang magawa eh. Wala siyang escape mechanism doon sa Lina na hero. But tignan mo naman talaga wala nang pakialam si Mickey. Boxy. Ayun pa nga, monster kill na si Tofu. Na-snipe siya ng sharpshooter doon. Masama kung bakit di ka dapat umupo at tumayo kapag bagong kain. Sige, i-explain mo sa akin yan, Will V. Pilarco. Explain mo. I wanna know. Sige, enlighten me. Bakit? O tinatanong mo ako bilang physio? Kasi maghuhugas ka pa ng blood. Okay. Kala ko parang medically, ano yun eh, medically relevant kasi pala maghuhugas ng plato. Boss, ang nagagawin pag tilted ka na sa laro? Last game. Last game mo na yun dapat pag tilted ka na. Kasi pag nasimulan kang matilt, red days na yan, pero Amar nag-blink in na. Huli kagad dito si Baxi. Teka lang, yung snowball medyo malayo. Ayan na yung save. And na-silence pang. Oy, teka lang, na-fins grab dito si Mickey. Pumapalag sa Tani, kaso hindi makahit at mamamatay siya. On the hands of Crit. Meanwhile, wala na si Skitter. Hindi siya naka-BKB. Sino ang kanilang next target? Hinahabol nila si Bane. Another snowball coming from Baxi and Bane will fall. Meanwhile, Crit mamamatay kay Ace. Mega kill na ang Underlord. Again, 4 heroes in exchange of 1 para sa side ng Falcons. Not a good exchange. Thank you, Wilby. Thank you. Sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe sa channel natin, guys, baka naman subscribe na kayo sa channel. Like nyo na din yung stream para para sama-sama natin tapusin tong TI. Saksihan kung sino ang mag-uuwi ng Aegis. Amar blinking in, susubok lang mag-defend. Dalawa lang sila dito ni Crit. Amar nade-drain out, pero may Lotus Orb just to dispel. Ano na naman yung roll coming from Nisha and snowball coming from Baxi. Meron pang Walrus Punch. Naka-BKB na etong task, guys. Unstoppable na si Ace. Okay. Kinancel yung TP dito ng neutral Crips. Okay, fake back, guys. Ang fake back lang to. Snaking, na silence, na Walrus Punch, killing spree na si Baxi. Meanwhile, Malrin, mahuhuli ba siya dito ng pit? Andito na nga yung pit. Laguna Blade ginamit kagad. Andito na si Mickey, kanyang focus fire, and Malrin will fall that quick. Nag-buyback pa dito si Snaking, pero into no avail. Ito na yung BKB ng Sven, pero Sven wala siyang steady target. Itatakas niya lang yung kanyang BKB, and look at Tofu blinking in. And nandun yung Yules, and GG na nga ni Amar. Game number 3 tayo, guys. Game number 3. Yun yung no? Ganun dapat yung yung line up. Mabilis lang, huwag mong patatagalin yung laban. Alright. Big shoutout again. Big shoutout ulit sa 182 viewers natin. Maraming salamat. Uy, thanks for the donation, Hammer. Sabi dito ni The Real McCoy. So, maraming salamat sa pagsubaybay, guys. Kuha lang kayo ng popcorn nyo, ng mga snacks, mga inumin. Game number 3. Do or die na para dito sa dalawang teams na to. Will the defending champions remain dito sa TI or Team Liquid will kick them out of the tournament? We will see. Ay, ang sarap manood ng Dota. I love Dota so much.
Thank you very much, Sultan and Sinren. I think
and sa mga nag-like ng stream natin, nasa 23 likers ng stream. Thank you so much, guys. Malaking tulong to sa channel. Kasi the more likes we get, the more na ma-expose yung channel sa iba pang possible viewers na gustong manood ng Dota na Tagalog casting. Pretty much. So, thank you. And sa mga bagong subscribers natin, welcome dito sa channel. Sa mumunti nating channel. So, we'll be right back, guys. Short break lang tayo ulit. Third game, balik ako. Alright? BRB. Stay tuned lang kayo, guys. Thank you.
And I just feel like when your team is struggling so hard, it's poor Bane's out here trying to do literally anything to make a play happen, whilst it feels like Centaur cannot be engaged in the game whatsoever outside of pressing Stampede when someone gets gone on.
I mean, Falcons were showing some efficiencies, but then there was a couple of games where it was like Bane plus Selena in the mid lane, Bane plus Sven in the enemy triangle. Like, they tried to go for some moves, but it didn't really work out. And at that point, things kind of just started crumbling. Sorry, I believe it was actually their own triangle. They went for the gank, but still, it's like it didn't really work out for Falcons in that way. And then once those pickoffs failed, everything else just kind of fell flat. And Liquid was like, okay, we are ready. We have Mickey on Wind Ranger. He's got the confidence back. After game 1, the slump of Lina, now Wind Ranger in game 2, like he knows exactly what he has to do. They're really pushing the limits of their heroes. Boxy and Tofu on the Tusk and the Hoodwink, exceptional showcase of what they can do. Sure, Boxy died a couple times randomly around the map, but like fundamentally he was always like leading the charge in the aggression. And then Hoodwink, not dying a single time in this game. 8-0-22 on Tofu, on the position 4.5 Hoodwink.
4.5.
Yeah.
I thought we're not allowed to say numbers.
Rolls are different, right? Draft numbers are another discussion, but with Liquid, they got 2 4s, 2 5s, mash them together. It is wonderful. This is what you want to see from Liquid. Also, you know, the Earth Spirit in the room. Why is it allowed during the draft?
Yeah.
I don't really know, but Nisha finally picking up some runes for all the fantasy enjoyers out there. 9-3 and 23 on Earth Spirit.
I don't think they lost the game because of the Earth Spirit. Sure, you can harp on why are they leaving it, you know, in this game, you know. But you can't just ignore the fact that Snake can't play his hero. I think he just doesn't really understand how his hero works because he doesn't play this hero. This hero is not something that he understands how to play, and he's a very greedy player. That's why he's not suited at playing a hero like Bane. Like there's a couple of dash and a couple of moves that he was making in the game that kind of grieved his team so hard that I want to say like he almost single-handedly lost his team in the game because of the things that he's doing in the game.
You can see the frustration on his face a couple of times as well in some of those deaths, but unlike Snake King with his frustration, he looked towards Tofu again. Like the stats that he was having in his game, right, on his Hoodwink, having the Yules, the Blink, just being really present, especially with the Distiller as well. Like, of course, that's simple support items, nothing too crazy, but 75% kill participation. Again, Hoodwink, super low win rate hero in TI so far, but again, another reason why you don't look at the stats. They all just lie, and Tofu is a great case of that.
Yeah, he played a fantastic game, and there was definitely a stark discrepancy between the two teams in this game, and potentially a large portion of that came from the supports. We do get some criticism towards Snake King in this game, and unfortunately for him, we're also going to take a look at some clips that don't really put him in a favorable light, Winter.
So we're looking at the evidence right now. I have to back the statement with some evidence.
Yes, you do.
I mean, this was one of the few things that I felt like he doesn't really understand like the limits of the hero. He was trying to play with the catapult wave, but the heroes were like missing for such a long time. He died there and then he respawned and he came here because he died the first time. And then the enemy was able to enter and invade the triangle, attack his carry, and then he immediately TP'd to try and help him, but he couldn't get there on time. And those two back-to-back deaths kind of snowballed the game into a position where I think Skitter just didn't have a lot of space to farm after that. They lost control of the map. And it's all these small little things that just made the game so difficult. I mean, I agree with Rhea that the Centaur not getting a dagger is also an issue, but I think the primary problem they had this game was just being unable to play his hero.
Yeah, it didn't look too hot for him, I'm sure.
It's like the night vision thing. Like when you play Bane, the daytime and nighttime cycle, you need to understand what you're doing. This hero gets really active at night, and during the day, what do you have to do during the day? You need to make sure that you're using the vision and you're trying to just play a little bit more defensively and trying to just block ganks and make sure you don't die. I think he had a lot of deaths where during daytime he died, and those deaths were deaths that weren't really supposed to happen. He was trying to do too much. He was trying to do the nighttime stuff during the day, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
And then he died because of that.
So what happens, but the good news for us, because it does mean we're going to a game 3. There was another moment in the game where Liquid was already doing quite well during the late stage, and as we already saw, it got out of control a little bit, but it also, Rhea, got out of control a lot of it a little bit later on.
Yeah, I really liked this whole maneuver, because this is where I take issue with the Centaur Iron build, right? He's meant to be really tanky here, and what he does is he forces out BKB on Wind Ranger, because otherwise she'll just die to this retaliate. And he spends this whole amount of time. Bane comes, 4-staffs him into safety. You waste so much time, but no one is reacting to it. No one's set up to punish the overextension from Team Liquid. And because they get this kill, they're now able to snowball it into a mid lane fight where they're now like 2 heroes down. You don't have the numbers. Your Sven is going in. Like, why are we wasting the BKB at this point and taking this fight? It's just not good. There's no Centaur. And then they're simply overnumbered, outpowered, and then just feed away, and at this point I don't think they really have a way to win anymore.
But also in that clip though, it's like Amar had the ability to press Stampede or Lotus. He opted to Stampede run away rather than instant press Lotus. So if he ate the snowball, then went to snowball himself, bought another, like, say, 5 seconds, and then proceeded to take the fight, it could have been another story. So maybe a little misplay there from Amar. But also, the whole theme of this game, the 2 clips both of you showed, it's like Falcons fighting with 2 or 3 heroes, whilst Liquid has 5, right? And it's like Liquid excels in Dota when they have 4 to 5 heroes and they have that aggression. In this game, they had it. Falcons, though, it's like both of you said, they just let whoever got jumped. It was like Amar's farm. You're dead, mate. I'm done. Marine's dying. Yeah, sorry, mate. You're dead. It's like they just let each other die. There was no like camaraderie. There's no hype from game 1. It was just a very weird Falcons game of like everyone just do your own thing. We'll eventually kind of sync up, but yeah, they were kind of blocked.
Why are you letting your Centaur buy items that make him tanky to literally tank the gank, right? If you're not going to then punish it. It makes no sense. I don't know what their goal was with the game plan.
A lot of criticism towards Falcons here in this second game. I will also get some more highlights for Team Liquid on this one because we saw the win rate of Ace's Underlord when he was picked. It was like his 4th game. Well, this was his 5th game of the international, but before this, he had 25% win rates, only win 1 game, and it is one of his strongest heroes, and he has had a great tournament so far. And I think this game we just watched. It's a game where we see like, oh, that's why he's considered one of the best Underlord players.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see Ace on Underlords and Dawnbreakers and heroes that can just like be a farm and like farm the side camps, but still be present, right? Like, and of course, he's the farmy off lane. He's going to be more greedy than the others, and like he's going to scale and do all this other stuff, buy auras, whatever, all the other stereotypes you want to give to him. But like realistically, in this iteration of Liquid, there are 2 heroes I like seeing him on. Again, Underlord, Dawnbreaker.
And Dawnbreaker gets banned a lot again.
Yeah, and didn't he get like an ultra kill as well, like earlier in the tournament as well?
Yeah.
Like, he pops off on these heroes, and I think it's not about him and his hero. It's more about what does Liquid draft the other 4 players to ensure that his Underlord looks good or his Dawnbreaker looks good. Because when he's on them, he can take over the games, but he needs the correct heroes. Like this is the perfect draft for Liquid in my opinion, because you have the aggressive supports, the offlane that can join, the mid that just breaks the game, Mickey on full comfort. Like this is what Liquid needs to try and replicate.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there was some good talks that happened before going into this game number 2. I mean, with the backs against the wall, you have to, here in the lower bracket of the international, you have to get good vibes, good talks, and we have, potentially, I have no idea because I haven't heard it yet, we're about to hear, potentially, one of the good talks from Team Liquid.
Nisha, in your predictions, did you at least have us beating them?
Yeah.
He was fucking Marvin mid. This is so sus.
Oh no, Spirit.
Well,
so much confidence.
I thought this was gonna be, positive. I remember the Singapore TI where we heard all the wholesome speeches, but no. No, Nisha might not have believed in the outcome of that game, potentially. But, gotta respect your opponents as well. You know what? Actually, about that respect, we saw in game number 1, Falcons giving a lot of respect to Liquid and their ability to come back in the game. It's why the game lasted close to an hour and had 89k net worth in favor of Falcons when they closed, which, by the way, T, was the most ever.
It's too much. It's just too much, God. It doesn't. It's just a big stat, all right? Falcons, they were greedy, all right, in game 1. Too much greed. Maybe that's why they didn't play well in game 2. They were so gluttonous after game 1. They were having to deal with the burden of that.
It could be.
The sugar crash.
Yeah, the sugar crash.
The sugar crash was very real. Because in game 2, Rhea, it felt like Liquid had no issue going high ground at all here in this game.
I think that at some point they just had too many items and too many ways to fight. What is Falcons gonna do? They're also staggering their kills a lot. I think that when we saw them go bot, it's because they already killed a bunch of heroes outside the map, and then there's only a Centaur to try and defend, and then Centaur's like, I'm strong enough, I can blink hoof stomp, and he kind of defends that tower for a bit to give time for the people to respawn, but then he's dead for 80 seconds as well. It just kind of kept snowballing where it kind of felt like a theme of the whole game. They were never as 5. They were never ready to take coordinated fights.
It's also the difference between Mickey on Lina versus Mickey on Wind Ranger, right? It's like on Lina, you jump, she's dead, done.
Yeah.
On Wind Ranger, it's like now you have to deal with the Wind Run, and now it's like, do I want to buy MKB on Lina? My Sven can't really itemize to deal with the Lina until I've got 4 items because you don't buy MKB very early on. And even when the Lina bought the MKB, when she was right-clicking the Wind Ranger, you didn't have a Daedalus or a Satanic or anything to really stand your ground, so it kind of felt like wasted gold until you had another 10,000 gold. So I think just the hero alone kind of hurts Falcons quite a lot in the draft. So much that they even pick it into the Centaur. So maybe going into the next draft, I think that hero needs to be considered. And I wouldn't even mind Liquid promoting it in priority somewhere. Because even if they don't play it carry, I'm sure Boxy or Tofu will happily take it to a support role if the draft dictates, that needs to happen.
I mean, there's also something I feel like it's really important for Team Liquid, where right now they should probably have Tofu always on the range hero on the off lane. Like, he should just be the 4. I think because you are picking range heroes on the safe lane and Tofu doesn't like or doesn't want to play melee heroes, and Boxy is always on the 5 with Mickey on the safe lane. Maybe that should be the way they'll be playing.
Just mid international main stage, let's just swap roles.
Not exactly swap roles. I think before they were already kind of like this, but maybe limit the heroes so you always have like the Tusk. I think Tusk, Clock, those are the 2 best heroes for this setup. I imagine they are probably going to be thinking about it because the game feels entirely so different when they have the Tusk or the Clockwork.
Yeah, we normally have a difference in farm priority between the 2 supports. That's why we called one a number 5 and one a number 4. But potentially Team Liquid, like Tigam said, it should just be 2 4.5s coming out. We got both teams coming back onto the main stage here, and it is 1-1 in this elimination series. Both games, the team that won, very dominant, very convincing, and I think we all can only hope that both teams have gotten the best from the games they won, and then they use that against each other, and we have a very back and forth competitive game number 3. I wonder how we're going to get that. Is there anything in particular, Tigov, that from the way we're going to look at this, that we can tell, like, oh yeah, this could be a lot closer? Because I felt like the games have been decided so early on in these 2 games.
Yeah, I guess it's a battle between, if you want to simplify it, towards the mid lanes, maybe, because Nisha had quite a quiet Invoker game in game 1. That's where Malrine kind of popped off his Earthshaker. Moving towards game 2, we had the same story, where it's like the Lina was quite quiet, had some failed ganks, and then Nisha's popping off in the Earth Spirit. So if there is a way that both teams can kind of stabilize the mid lane, you get a 50-50, they have even rotations, and you feel like their presence is equally met, that's when the game will feel like it's going to last 60-70 minutes, will be an epic game that we'll remember for years to come.
I would like one of
I think it's the support though. The first game is the Bounty and Mirana stealing the show against the Rubik and SB, which couldn't do anything. And then in the second game, I feel like it's also the same case with the Tusk and Hoodwink overpowering the Enchantress and Bane. Maybe not so much of the hero, like maybe the player as well, the player-hero combination. But I think the support duos are going to be also, again, very, very important for both teams to figure out what duo are we going to go for in our draft, in the early picks.
Yeah, maybe also a bit of more focus then on getting those supports on board earlier. Is the support pool really wide at this point, would you say, Rhea? Because a lot of the heroes that are getting banned out in this series in particular seem to be supports. I mean, on the side of Falcons this game anyway, they banned out the Mirana, the Keeper of the Light, obviously Tree and Protector. I don't think we can even... I don't think we even mentioned Tree and Protector once.
What's the point?
Today,
He's not getting
get banned every time. Ooh, wouldn't that be like throwing in a wrench, letting the Treant through, or is that a bit too risky for elimination?
That's way too much. For a game 3 lower bracket at TI, right? Like, the hero that gives global damage block, insta vision, invisibility just to run around and do anything, BK piercing kind of roots and shenanigans.
Never mind. I never mentioned the Treant.
I mean, maybe there's some ulterior play where you trade it for a Largo who can lick double lowers the...
Maybe.
No, sorry.
No, I don't think we'll see it. But yeah, I think the support pool is extremely wide. I just think it's about having a combination of them that gives you
the right partnership, I would say.
Yeah, my problem is it feels like the Spirit Breaker was too much of an overreaction to a bounty, and then this game you have Enchant Bane, and Snake King's not comfortable on Bane, and it's
Alright, ito na, game number 3, kumakatok na guys. Do or die game para sa Team Liquid and Team Falcons dito sa lower bracket natin. Si Dota Square pala to. Dota Square, what's up? Akala ko si Sin Gaming. Okay. Nag-iba na yung name. Thank you bro. Dating member ng channel natin yan, si Dota Square. Grabe sumuporta since day one.
Yeah, we saw quite a bit in the group stages, but that was mostly
And welcome back nga pala. I-welcome natin si Elbren Antonio na kakabalik lang sa panonood ng Dota. Medyo hindi na siya updated sa mga nangyayari ngayon. So, welcome back, brother. Jerby Boy, nagbabalik ka bro sa podcast. Yes. This TI, pretty much. Tingnan natin kung makakasundot pa tayo sa mga ibang tournaments sa pagkakast. Na-miss ko lang talaga mag-cast and ang sarap manood ng TI ngayon. Napaka complex. So, eto na. Third draft para sa series na to. Game number 3. Walang Huskar, walang Necrophos, walang Bounty Hunter. Trent Protector, SF, and probably Earth Spirit na ibaba ng Falcons dito. Ayan na nga, Mirana and Earth Spirit binana, hindi na binigay sa Team Liquid.
First pick go on the way of Team Liquid. Earth Spirit once again where he belongs on the bans. Bounty Hunter still removed from the pool as well. And Hero left in.
Sino kaya ang pwedeng first pick dito ng Team Liquid?
Is Lina. We'll see if that's where Team Liquid wants to take this one.
Kotal has been freed from prison.
Oh, thank you, Jerby.
Freedom achieved.
Yeah.
Tagal ko din na tagal ko din nahinto sa pagkakas ilang taon din. Nung pandemic kasi wala ka naman pwede ibang gawin kundi lang, di ba? Bahay lang talaga. So yun yung pinaka highlight ng channel nung nag-pandemic. Tapos nung na-open na lahat, yan, sampal na ng realidad. Kailangan nang magtrabaho ulit ng 9 to 5 para bumuhay ng pamilya. Hindi kaya ng casting lang Ba nila lahat ng hero ni Amar Matic sure win, sabi dito ni Dota Square. So far dalawa yung naban na hero ni Amar dito, yung Necrophos and Huskar. Si Malrin gumagamit din na Huskar. So Centaur ang sinecure dito na first pick ng Team Liquid. And Life Stealer naman ang sagot ng Falcons. Early pick para kay Skitter.
But Skitter gets all the way up to a first phase.
Okay.
A hero that has been banned out quite often as a response within the series.
Sino ang magiging neto? Pera padala neto.
Just give me Centaur Pos 5. Let's do some weird.
Tignan natin kung sinong support ang gagamitin ng Falcons.
No offense to all the bid Centaur players, but I feel like Nisha is a bit of a mechanical button clicker. That Centaur might be, a step below his, his caliber. No offense, Marine. But anyways, I feel like Liquid maybe can do some shenanigans. They might not even need to be fair.
They're gonna pick supports that can counter the lifesteal. Usually
okay, so binan nila yung Pango. Yan yung pwedeng maging
the Task, the Clockwork.
Surprise na may lifestealer sa loob ng Pango.
There are a lot of options here. We'll have to see. And Falcons, they're gonna be able to ban some out and pick one of them potentially. I think the Tusk is still a very, very big hero here. I think both teams are kind of like definitely looking at it. Tusk, Hoodwing, these are the two heroes that come to mind right now. Very good.
Sino pa? Sino ba yung mga Enchantress binanda nila? Ba't walang walang hologram, no? Yung exciting nung TI nila ng OG may hologram. Ganda nun. Baka low budget ngayon bro kasi wala nang battle pass di ba? Hindi na nagba-battle pass si Gavin. So limited na yung budget. Kaya nga. So Crystal Maiden para kay Snaking. Pang-hold lang dun sa sa target na kung sino mang pwedeng i-stampede save. Merong pang-hold dyan na Frostbite. Magkano ba pot money ngayon? $2.6 million bro yung prize pool. Mga ganyan, 3 million, 2.6. 1.2 million ang makukuha ng magcha-champion.
plus whatever spells that 4th position has, you are gonna.
I mean, I still just feel like
Kung di man ako nagkakamali.
both supports are just really nice in this situation, and maybe you could decide the laning phase later. But most likely you want to centaur with the Hoodwink.
Alright, balik sa Hoodwink and Lina para sa Team Liquid.
They'll get the Lina. The Lina is a combination that a lot of teams.
Nakakatakot. OG days 20 million, yes. Oo, mga ganun. Ang laki nung naiuwi ng OG nun. Biglang yaman talaga sila. Tapos 2 taon pa, no? Back to back.
He likes being able to play these heroes that get that additional item that can, have that 4-star.
Someone else has to fill that role, Like what other hero on Post4 can legibly do it right now? There's no Hoodwink.
I mean, I kind of want to see something to deliver Lifestealer to the enemy team. Whether that comes from their mid or like a Clockwork here is unbanned still.
Oh yeah, it's Clockwork.
Clockwork, oo nga. Magandang pick ang Clockwork para sa Falcons, guys.
Play team fight.
Para makapenetrate yung Lifestealer sa backlines. Mahirap kasi kung lalakad siya, ang dami niyang pagdadaanan, no? May Centaur, may Hoodwink na pwede siyang i-bushwhack. Sharpshooter, ayun na, Clockwork nga. And Razor again ni Amar.
Another signature hero from Crit. And a Razor.
Oh, balik mo na yung task. Kuha ulit ng task.
By having 2 supports have incredible containment against Stampede, be it through cogs or.
Feeling ko magta-task ulit to si Baxi.
Now that Razor goes, okay, if I'm jumping a guy, support follow me and we will get.
Kaso may Razor nga, no? Yun lang yung problema. Yung static link, pasok pa rin kahit naka-snowball.
He'll slot in behind that and go, alright guys, where are we going?
I mean, if there was ever a morphling game,
sino nga kaya?
Razor, Lifestealer. Yeah, I mean, you pick Morphling and then you finish the draft with an ET.
Do you think that's too greedy of a tricore?
I see Morphling. It's greedy, but I can see Morphling like just doing so much in this game, and they have
Invoker ni siya, pwede.
You are going to attract a lot of attention.
Kaso ano eh, isang rage lang nung Lifestealer. Mawawala lahat ng mga spells nun.
Morphling could be greedy. It might not be so easy for Falcons to actually.
Lalo na 20k, boss, kakasipot. Uy, grabe naman yan. Sana all wins. Faceless Void. Okay. Tapos Invoker. Ayun na nga. Ayun na yung sagot. Invoker. Faceless Void Invoker combo. Let's go. Kung hindi ba-ban, syempre. Saan tayo dito? Hindi ko pa alam. Long cooldown. Number 1 kagad issue dito ng Team Liquid. Yung dalawang big spells nila, of course, long cooldown, Chronosphere and Stampede. Falcons naman, pwede silang mag-dive lang dahil quick cooldowns lang yung mga spells nito.
The only thing I'm thinking is your remaining hero for Falcons.
Napakaganda talaga ng TI. Napakagandang TI. Napakasarap manood ng live lalo na.
And make it uncomfortable for Faceless Void to play, who is typically quite slow.
They're covering their bases. I like this ban. They ban out the Doom because I feel like Doom is a really good matchup into Faceless Void in the lane.
Winter Wyvern, binan nila.
Actually move the Razor to mid. So they have to make sure that they cover all the heroes that could potentially punish the Faceless Void here.
It kind of helps though for Liquid that if they are to
so ano no, may may Lina na eh, so ewan ko isusupport nila tong Lina. Madi-disaster sila pag sinupport nila tong Lina, tas magi-invoker pa sila.
A full 60+ minute game. Of course, Liquid being a lot more comfortable the longer the game goes.
Yeah, the pressure is going to be on
Nag-leave ka ata sa work, boss, para makanood lang. May low back pain ako right now, bro. Kaya hindi ako nakapasok kanina. Kahapon, hindi din ako nakapasok. Sakit ang likod ko. Pagising, hindi ako makakilos. Nadali na.
I think it's always easier to play the defending side when you're playing a tie-breaking game.
Pwedeng actually pwedeng Falcons yung mag-invoker kung nag-i-invoker si Malrin kasi pwedeng pwedeng i-deafening blast si Faceless Void sa loob ng Chrono.
Or maybe AA, I don't know if AA might work.
I wouldn't be complaining about that one.
If you want like pos 5 damage, then you go for like the Witch Doctor from Tofu, right? And then you just put like the Void together, you dilate, you maledict the guy.
Viper! Okay, so support ano nga? Support Lina tayo, guys.
Centaur support?
Viper?
Viper? I don't know. We'll find out.
Figure it out later.
It
It's all good.
It must be a Lina post for then.
Ang hirap na ito
We talked about the centaur support. It's an option. We'll see how it happens.
Centaur support, no? Ginawa naman ng LGD yan eh. Centaur support, nanalo sila.
Where this Viper is going, they need a hero.
ES boss, pag delay ng Void. Wala, nakaban pareha sa ES, Earthshaker, tsaka Earth Spirit. So mid...
Don't win by 25 and then, you know, get the airport home.
Oh, sakit nitong Viper.
Razor's game so hard.
Sniper!
We saw in game 1, he just wanted to run around with
Sniper ka na! Malarin!
It's so hard to pick the last hero here.
Yeah, you.
Sniper, DK. Yeah,
They
pwede.
really put up quite a puzzle there on the
Kaso
side of
DK,
Liquid for Falcons to try and
eh.
figure out with their overall last pick, whereas normally an overall last pick is seen as an
Hirap
advantage.
i-predict,
I feel
no,
like
ng
this
draft ng
draft
Liquid.
from Team Liquid makes their position just a
Sino
touch
kaya
stronger.
pwede? Void Spirit, hindi din. Earth Spirit, Storm?
Because he just goes to mid lane.
I mean, you have to choose
Hindi
either
din.
you pick
Pwede
a hero
kang
for the
mahuli.
draft or you pick a hero to counter the Viper. So I don't think there's a hero that can fulfill
Oh,
both.
this is hard
I mean, it's Malrine, just like go primal, skip the waves, and just
Sand King skip the
Probably
waves.
Sand King.
Sun King ni
Just
Malarin.
full skip the wave,
Okay.
full ignore everything in
Magaling
life,
naman
yeah.
mag Sun King
Then
si
you come back
Malarin.
into the game,
In
but
all fairness
I mean,
naman guys.
Falcons,
Magaling siya
in
mag
the back
Sun
of their
King.
minds, they know it's like one mistake, one like misitemization choice from their team, like Skid or Omar not being on the same page, not connecting with the damage. Their draft will fall apart compared to the amount of scaling available in Liquid, and it is a position for Centaur.
So, Centaur nga ang support,
Vipers,
guys.
it's a melee body to enable the aggression.
Wow,
of the Viper.
alright.
So that still means we're gonna have Sand King versus Lina in the mid lane between Malrine
Yeah,
and
ni siya ang
And we
ano,
talked a lot about the mid lane, how
Lina.
impactful it's been in the last
So,
2 series. How would feel that
ang
this
gulo
matchup's gonna
yung Centaur talaga yung nagpagulo, no? Yung
Sand King is
Centaur.
going to not lane.
Okay,
He's going to
interesting
try
draft
and
para sa
grab
Team
it quickly.
Liquid.
He's gonna try and drag it to the camps in the enemy
I guess
jungle,
I'll go
follow
for
them, and maybe you could see
Falcons.
potentially like rotating to try and disrupt that. But when we see him play his best,
Stability
he's able to
wise,
just combine
I'll go for
quick routes
Falcons.
with camps
Ang
and
problem
extra
kasi,
farm,
maganda
and
yung
decide
lineup
to
ng
rotate
Liquid.
the side
Ang
lane.
problem
It's
lang
gonna be
ng
rough because
Liquid,
you're gonna have
yung
Spirit
Centaur na
having to
position
save his life.
4, kailangan niya ng Blink Dagger para magkaroon siya ng impact sa game. And that will take quite a while para makuha yun. Well, may Viper naman to slow down the enemies para mag-connect yung stun. So, ang hirap i-predict nito Depende na lang siguro talaga. Kanino kayo guys? 136 na nanonood dyan. Kanino kayo dito? Comment down.
Big question then, because
Draft-wise.
there's a curveball, of course, that Team Liquid is throwing Falcons this way. Is there a curveball, Winter, that Falcons can throw in terms of where the heroes go laning? Because
Nah, I think they just play their game. I, on the other hand, feel like Liquid has sacrificed a lot of their draft integrity just to play this Viper.
Yun nga Falcons ata ako, stability-wise, baka mag-Falcons ako this game. Base sa draft base sa draft. Tagal pa ng timing nung Faceless Void Kahit mag-level 6 siya, kung wala pa siyang damage na item, parang mahirap i-execute. Pero yan, pag umabot ng 25 minutes, like, yan, maybe 40 minutes, yan, 40-minute mark, tapos medyo dikit pa yung laban, baka pwede pa mag-Liquid. Pero, early game, parang Falcon talaga, yung lineup ng Falcon, yung may stability sa nakikita ko.
Yes, okay.
Tingnan natin guys. Eto na nga. Sa mga bagong dating pa lang, this is game number 3 sa lower bracket round dito ng Falcons and Liquid. So kung sino matalo dito guys, laglag na. So konting insight lang. Falcons ang current defending champions or last year na nanalo ng TI. Malalaglag na kaya sila this round or ilalaglag nila Liquid? Hindi siya napaso ng konti doon.
So they pick a hero that has
Ayan nga, tagilid nga daw Liquid dito. Pero drag lang sa late game.
And in addition to that,
Mabilis sila mag-clear ng wave. Yes, with the use of Viper, Lina, and even Centaur. Okay, crit. Tingnan natin ha. Ito, magkakapasuan sila dito. Ayan na! Kaso nauna na yung ano, yung power cogs.
So in turn now, Falcons are going to try to counteract this by sending Lifestealer off lane on Skitter to try to lane dodge.
Whoa, okay. So dinudge nila dito yung ano yung Viper. Ayaw nilang itapat si Skitter kay Ace dahil syempre counter na counter yung Lifestealer ng Viper. Okay, this is interesting. Look, baka malugi yung Faceless Void nga naman talaga doon.
I miss tri-lanes. Can I just say it? I miss tri-lane Shannon. And I'm not the only one. There's dozens of us.
You probably should not admit that out loud, Cinderan. It's not
At may may kill potential dito yung Falcons just in case. Snaking, mahuhuli ng stun. Ayan na nga yung Bushwhack. At Ace makukuha yung first blood. That's a good start. That was a good start para sa Liquid. So hindi in-expect yun ng Team Falcons na tri-lane din ang Liquid doon.
Yeah, I think Snaking forgot how tri-lanes work. Just never gets to play them. And if you're standing in that kind of position, you can get 100 to 0 before you even get a spell off. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what guides Falcons when they pick this hero, if I'm honest. I think sometimes it makes a lot of sense. This time it almost felt like a filler. It was just, we need a solid lane 5 that is going to help Lifestealer get off to a decent start. But then at the end of the day, they don't even get to lane together. So, yeah.
Okay naman. Nakaka-deny naman dito si si Mickey kontra kay
might also have been
kay Skitter. Yung mid lane natin even lang siguro, makakaharasini siya, pero eto lang Sandstorm lang gagawin dito ni Malrin. Tamang Sandstorm lang yan. Uy, may bounty rune pa nga doon
Crystal Maiden pick actually doesn't really look like it has much of an obvious CM specific purpose. Just felt like a placeholder okay-ish.
Okay, so far maganda yung start ng Viper ni Ace dito. Okay, nakaka-deny pa si Boxy.
Against the Faceless Void, which I think this is a very good piece of news for Falcons. I think these lanes could have been a lot worse if Liquid got to place them the way they wanted.
Viper Centaur lane. Very normal, of course. We have seen a couple of support Centaurs in the past.
Yun lang, no? Yun yung maganda sa Centaur. Ang lakas ng right-click damage ng Centaur.
What the actual win rate would be. I've yet to see a CM, though. Not sure if that's the case for the entire
Sokit. Kalahati kagad yung buhay ni Snaking. Yun naman yung kagandahan nga ng support na Centaur. Top lane, lamang sa lasitan dito si si Mickey somehow. Very small margin lang naman. Very small margin. Crit. Gustong gumawa ng play.
We should speak about Faceless Void.
Teka, asan si Lina? So mid lane natin lamang ng konti yung Sun King sa last hits 12 and 5, make it 13. Si Lina naman 12 and 5. Okay, Skitter medyo nasasaktan doon sa bash.
Essence, it's still pretty much the same hero, same strength, same weaknesses, right? Time Walk is extremely good against taking a lot of damage.
Eto na. Battle of the supports.
Chrono has the same strength and weakness as always. It's in one of the
okay, mamatay ang courier ni Mickey and Tofu.
So whenever it's not available,
pina-farm lang dito yung power cogs. Wala namang nangyari doon. Time walk out si Mickey.
Depending on the pacing of the meta, if it's very slow, everybody just
subok
gets to
lang daw.
You don't have to fight for much and you're kind of just chilling in lane and just farming 30 minutes.
Okay. So far payapa yung mga lanes natin, guys, wala nag-overextend.
Some atrocious lane matchups, right? So you also need to know your matchups.
Wala nag-overextend.
All of those conditions are met. I think the hero can be good, which is why I really liked it this game. You saw 2 core matchups that are good for you. You're probably anticipating the
I guess itong laning na ginawa ng itong laning na ginawa ng Falcons na iniwas yung Lifestealer sa Viper. Somehow ang makikinabang dito si Mickey.
contest. Obviously,
Kasi hindi siya hindi siya mahaharas ng Razor ng early game.
the fact that it counters Amar, as we talked about.
Okay, kaso si Ace na-drainan siya ng napakadaming Teka lang. Ayun, mapapatay naman si Amar. And Ace pa rin yung makakuha ng kill kaso wala siyang experience.
I'm very interested to see if my assumption is if Liquid gets off to even just being even in the mid game.
Uwian na. Ingat, madam. Ingat ka, madam.
Is that a correct assumption?
So, kita nyo naman, walang harassment na nangyayari kay Mickey. So, nasa natin siya. Top 2 natin siya sa last hits and denies so far. Meanwhile, si Malrin running low dito against Nisha. Okay. Barrow strike out na lang. So low. And kailangan niya mag-back off.
And Sand King is one of those heroes that, with the right items, can have insane burst damage within a short window. And that's what you're looking for against Void. You need to either have overwhelming damage to kill him, you need to be survivable, or you need to do a lot of
So si Nisha somehow medyo dito medyo sitting pretty sa mid. Yung mid matchup medyo pumapabor na kay Nisha kaso may early rotation dito si Snaking. Gustong bigyan ang uy, teka lang. Ayun. Patay. Umikot si Crit doon ng maaga. Pinatay kaagad ni Nisha. Laguna and Dragon Slave lang. Sunog.
Indeed, Amar level 3 by the way on the Razor right now.
Oh, level 3 pa lang si Amar. Oh my. Okay. Nagsasuffer din yung lane ni Amar pala.
Spot Tofu eventually.
Ayun na, nahuli na. Into stun and Viper, na-hold siya dito ng bite and Amar will fall on the hands of Boxy. Buhay pa rin si Ace. Ace, hahabulin pa dito si Crit. Snaking, wala na siya masyadong mana. Kulang ang kanyang pambite. So nabigyan si Amar doon. This is not looking good para sa Team Falcons. Crit. Ito si Malrin guys. At Ace. Mabibigyan doon ni Malrin. At mabibigyan din si Tofu. So that's a good return kill para sa side ng Falcons. Masyado nang malikot ang ginagawa dito ng Team Liquid. It has to stop, sabi daw dito ng Falcons. Nisha naman. Susubok ditong pumake off. Laguna Blade is up. And there you go. There you go. Teka lang. Ayun, ni Laguna Blade. Mabubuhay ba si Crit? Sunog. Nasunog siya. Ito na naman. Malrin nandito pa rin. Ace buhay pa. Mapapatay muna nila si Snaking bago mamatay yung Viper. Mukhang Boxy is another casualty din Denied. And there's the Burrow Strike to secure that kill. 5-6 ang score natin in favor of Liquid pa rin. Pero pumapalag ang Falcons. Hindi pwedeng ma-dominate ang Liquid ng early game.
I don't think you pick CM if you're a player that struggles with dying.
Yun ang kailangan gawin ng Malrin. Kasi nagsastruggle din siya to face Lina So kailangan niyang gumawa ng moves. Teka lang. Malrin. Kaya ba nila?
Better than before. Against Void, I think it's roughly. I think it's a slight bit worse, but not by a very big amount in the hero versus hero matchup directly. It's just that a lot of the time with the old Radiance that was blinding, Void would maybe Chrono, Lifestealer, and a support together, and then try to hit the other guy. So you're just not giving protection to the teammate, but for you yourself, I think the math is roughly.
Daming denies dito ni ni Mickey 15 denies, 57 last hits guys, yung Faceless Void. Kung ikaw yung Falcons, ayaw mong nangyayari to. Masyadong libre yung farm ng Faceless Void early game.
Struggling hard to find a less interesting lane.
Crit naman. May movements ba magaganap dito? We'll see.
Because he avoided a nightmare matchup into the Viper plus Centaur. I think that lane would have been really rough.
So Tofu's back here at the top lane.
That would have been a tougher lane for Mickey as well, but relatively speaking.
Okay, gusto nilang bigyan si Nisha. Nisha! Nahuli dito and he will fall. Meanwhile, Tofu gustong bigyan si Malrin and may retaliation kill dito. Ang Team Liquid, Mickey, napasama na din siya doon ha. Naiwan niya ng bahagya yung Life Stealer. Baxi, magko-connect yung kanyang stun at eto na teleport. Uwi na lang muna. So level 6 na yung Razor.
And for Mickey, he is opting to go for the Battle Fury, which I don't even know what's normal anymore, but
Snaking, makakakuha dito ng Shield Rune.
pretty much right off the bat. Is that
Okay, or Malrin instead. Meanwhile, top lane, sinusubukang harasin ni Skitter dito si Mickey. And Mickey, pwede naman siya mag-time walk out in case kailangan. Back off na lang muna. So Battle Fury ang gustong first item dito ng Faceless Void. Snaking, ito kaka-level 6 lang.
Jump out, 6 seconds later you can do it again. You have an AoE stun, you do decent damage. And then when it's the right time you can commit with the chrono. I think that's potentially kind of interesting here as an idea. Because hard committing.
Okay, si Lina nandito sa top lane. Gustong bigyan si Skitter. Chronosphere is up. Pero parang alam ata. Pero teka lang, dito sa bottom lane may kaguluhan. Baxi, siya yung magiging alay sa tagumpay. Yun na nga yung first hook shot ata nung first hook shot. Nung Clockwork. Malrin applying pressure dito sa mid tier 1 tower. Alam ng Falcons na wala dito si Nisha. So maingat na nilalaro ni Life Stealer etong top lane. Meanwhile, Falcons nagbibigay din ng pressure dito sa tier 1 tower sa bottom, habang si Ace naman is going for his Dragonlance. Ayaw niyang makipag-exchange ng right clicks dito sa Razor ng short range. Kailangan niya ng extra range para siguro ma-break din yung static link.
I guess, but yeah, that's true. That would have been better. Thanks for pointing that out. No problem.
Okay. Si Malrin working on his Blink Dagger. Malapit na to. Ito naman ang ito naman ang delikado para sa Liquid. Pag nakapag-Blink Dagger na. Oh, hindi tumama. Hindi tumama.
Snaking takes the haste. Boxy does get the host stomp.
Hindi tumama yung hook shot doon ni Crit. Epicenter na sana.
And for Liquid, I assume
drop favor boss kanino ka? Early game Falcons. Pag nag more than 40 minutes, I'll go for Liquid.
You're just not very good. Whereas Wind Ranger, much lower cooldowns, much better utility. Even when focus fires down, you still have Shackle Shot. Power Shot can be nice to finish heroes off in the early game. Void is just going to be chilling, and he's going to be farming. And like the panel talked about,
pero itong nangyayari ngayon sa like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, pabor to sa Liquid guys ha. I guess hinihintay lang talaga ng Falcons dito tong Blink Dagger ni Malrin. Kasi dapat dapat humaharas na sila dito ng mga lanes eh. I mean, pick-offs at Chronosphere is there. Nakapag-rage dito si Skitter. Oh, alright. Patay pa rin si Skitter. Meanwhile, nandun nga yung Sand King sa likod. Nisha mamamatay. Malrin mapapatay din siya dito. And Viper joining the fight. Even Amar. Kinuha lang lahat ng damage dito ni Ace. Mickey pumapalag pa rin. And Amar running low. Ayun lang. Na-dominating na ang Razor. 3-4-2 exchange in favor of Falcons. Ganda ng freezing field ni doon ni Snakin. Bumagal yung attack speed nung Faceless Void. Napatagal bago mamatay yung yung Sand King. Oh. Nakakuha ng Illusion Rune.
1,500 away from Radiance on the Life Stealer. Not too shabby at all.
Yung Life Stealer, dun
What do you think about Ace on Viper? as a player-hero combination.
It's definitely not his norm.
No, so it
He's
feels
usually
like
the big tanky guys that take up a lot of space.
I mean, Viper kind of does that, but it doesn't really buy auras in the same way that most of his heroes do. It doesn't really offer all that much.
Okay, alam ng Falcons dito na walang Chronosphere. Ayan na, nahuli ka agad dito. Si Faceless Void hindi na nakapag-time walk out. Ang ganda namang ano nun, Symphony of Skills. Parang kailangan ata magmanta nun or BKB
Pretty important.
Ito na nga, ito yung sinasabi natin. Ito yung dapat ginagawa ng Falcons sa kanilang line-up at nahuli dito yung Razor ni Amar and Razor will fall. Meanwhile, running low si Tofu. Tofu will fall. Nag-freezing field dito si Snake King but into no extent, mamamatay din siya. Nisha. Susubukan dito si Malrin. Malrin, magbaback off lang pero may hookshot ba? Walang hookshot coming from Crit. Ito na yung epicenter. Into Blink and Barrow Strike. Nisha will fall still. 13-11 guys in favor of Falcons this time. Nakuha na din nila yung 1k gold lead. Dalawang beses nilang nabigyan itong Faceless Void ni Mickey. Boxy malapit na sa kanyang Blink Dagger. 150 gold away na lang yan. Crit, sorry. Crit, malapit na sa kanyang Blink Dagger. Si Boxy, I'm not sure. Hindi ko nakita yung kanyang item. Tofu naman. Magme-mechanism and Tofu. Uy, teka lang. Uy, may shard na kaagad to si si Snake King Alright, Mickey. Aakyat ba? Ito na yung Boots of Travel ni Nisha. Gusto nilang bigyan talaga dito si Snake King. Pero masyadong mabilis. Meron ng shard yung Crystal Maiden. Tier 1 tower na lang daw. So Tier 1 tower will fall on the hands of Boxy. Blink Dagger na yung Centaur. Okay, eto naman yung pera padala. Naka-invest dito. Si Skitter, gustong bigyan si Ace and Ace. Uy! Paano? Ayun, Stampede out. Na-Stampede out naman. Teka lang nasa triangle dito si Boxy. Alam yung movements dito ng Falcons. Mabibigyan ba si Snake King? Nabigyan ba? Nabigyan si Snake King and Nisha yung naging casualty doon. Meanwhile, dito sa bottom lane, kinukulit pa rin ni Malrin itong Viper ni Ace. He will try to go for the Demon Slayer.
See if they put that to use.
Tofu going for a mechanism. Does this item still exist, Cinderin?
So, mecha naman nga yung gustong kunin dito ni Tofu. Situational talaga, no? Situational ang ginagawa dito.
Quite a lot of merit to it as well for the same reason. Upside to going Greaves for yourself.
Okay, 3-man smoke coming from Liquid. Sino gusto nila bigyan? Sino ang mahuhuli sa camera? Alam nilang may Blink Dagger na dito yung Centaur. Snake King matapang na humaharap dun sa camera. And Boxy, makikita dito si Malrin. Uy, hookshot won't connect. The hookshot won't connect. Hindi pa na-deward yun pero teka lang. Meron tayo ditong naka-infest na Life Stealer. Malrin, ang tapang. At tapang na tao.
Back to farming Skeeter goes in all likelihood. So Amar at least starting out with a similar build.
So yung Life Stealer Radiance na.
Manta. Although I think he went Yasha.
Kaya naman dito si Nisha will go for his Aghanim Scepter.
The game has slowed down a bit so maybe feels a little bit more comfortable.
Tignan natin.
I think the main upside to playing BKB last game was that you were super eager to just run at the enemy team with
Battle Fury naman si Mickey. So kahit papano, bibilis na yung farming capabilities ng Faceless Void. Kailangan niya lang talaga mag-ingat.
There's some cool plays with Manta here if you're really clutch. First of all, you can get rid of time dilation, which is nice. You can also Manta dodge Viper Strike. You can Manta dodge, I mean in theory you can Manta dodge anything if you're good enough, but
si Amar naman gusto niyang mag-Manta style. Tama na may sabi ng mga casters. Madami pwedeng i-dodge. And mainly yung Viper Strike. Kasi mawawala yung passive skill niya eh. Malaking bagay yung passive skill niya. So Faceless Void, magmamanta style din. Etong si Mikey. Para naman ma-dodge yung tawag dito, yung root netong Crystal Maiden. Yun naman ang ayaw dito ng uy, teka lang. The hook shot won't connect. The hook shot won't connect. And back off na lang muna ang Falcons dito. Uy. Kita nila nag-smoke. Thank you, mami. Okay, andun na si Boxy. Wala siyang na hoop stomp. And Maureen, naiwan. Naiwan si Boxy sa biyahe. Abandon ship, abandon ship. Alam nila.
And which team do you think is the advantage, has the advantage going into Roche?
Napakasarap. Let's drink hot coffee, guys. Napakasarap ng kape. Napakasarap.
Or at least not. Like nothing stands out as being great. I think the
So Falcons naman yung smoke, guys. Medyo sa map control lamang sila. Tofu. Si Nisha hindi tumama yung Barrow Strike. LSA hindi din tumama. And Nisha mamamatay. Boxy hindi nakapagbitaw ng kanyang stun. A little bit too late. Nandito yung Chronosphere. Mamamatay yung Crystal Maiden. And Life Stealer. Mamamatay ba? Mamamatay din. The hands of Ace. Amar, napapalibutan dito ng dalawang core ng Liquid. Napakalambot. Enough ba para ma-take down yung Razor? And Razor pumalag na lang. Hindi pa pinatay. Napatay pa si Tofu. What are you doing, Mickey? So 4 heroes down para sa Falcons. Pero buhay sana si Tofu dun, ha?
3 for 3 plus 1, if you will. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sorry about that. That's fine. All good. In essence, it was pretty much a draw. So.
Pero somehow, yung initiation na ginawa ng Falcons doon, naibalanse ng Liquid.
Why would they get so much more? Nobody was on a streak, right?
Cygnus, what's up?
I'm a bit surprised to see it be that much better for them.
Sa Pinas Falcon pa din. Ayan nga, ayun ang tingin hindi nakapag-stun kagad si Boxy. Parang naglag ng konti si Boxy doon or maybe na ano siya, na bite? I don't know. Pero parang hindi siya dapat nalag ng ganun eh, no? Ito na yung si Amar, oh. Patay.
Go for the chase here. A little bit scrappy. And yeah, this TP out from crit not gonna work with Bushwhack being off cooldown.
Ayun nga.
Was the one to survive all of that pretty big. Nisha's like, no.
Oo, akala siguro ni Mickey mamamatay na kagad sa ano. Sa tick nung lason. Oy, hindi tumama.
It's a team game.
Hindi tumama. Teka lang, Tofu. Ace, andito din. Makikita dito yung Life Stealer. Magbaback off na lang muna. Talo ako sa BB, nag-throw si 33 last clash. So, nakita ko din yun. Parang ano, no? Parang nawala sa wisho yung ano niya, yung Tide Hunter niya. Tide Hunter yun, di ba? Yung game niya. Yung last game. Eto na yung Infest again. Aghanim Scepter na din dito yung Sand King, guys. So, nagpakita sa map dito si Ace. In-ignore nila yan. Gusto nilang bigyan si Lina. Meanwhile, ang Liquid naman dito nakasmoke din. Gustong bigyan si Amar. Will they be able to? May BKB kaagad. At inagawan ng damage dito si Nisha. The Chronosphere is there. Kaso mayroong epicenter at nasasaktan po. Nasasaktan. Pero mamamatay din si Amar somehow. Nasa likod dito si Tofu, nahuli naman ng Sun King. LSA hindi magko-connect pa rin. Life Stealer, ninangat-ngat dito si Mickey. Tamang time walk out lang, snaking. Crit, hindi ito matama, but this time Tofu ang nag-connect ng Bushwhack sa dalawa. Double kill para dun sa Hoodwink.
Genuinely thought Falcons were gonna smash that fight when a Mark got to get a full static link off and force a chrono. But the timing of it could not have
So
been
nag-swing
better.
na yung gold lead natin, napunta na sa Team Liquid this time, guys.
Link burrow strike stun. So his entire epicenter gets completely wasted.
Nadali.
Damage sinking to 2k. It all got mitigated. He just time walked it off.
Yeah.
So they just ran out of juice essentially. They had a full link they couldn't use. Their biggest
Parang
liability in the
no,
lineup
ang
right now, the Epi did nothing.
ang strat kasi ng Falcons protect armor no, at all cost. So inano lang talaga nila. Pinilit nilang mag-survive yung Razor kaso it's too late. Okay, makikita nila dito si Nisha and Nisha. Teka, buhay pa rin yung yung magic resistance yung magic resistance ng Aganims dun yung flame cloak guys, 35% magic resistance.
True, as the observer is pointing out, didn't even go for the
okay, nakita si Snaking dito, nag-back out lang dito si Mickey.
magic resist per stack as well.
Wow.
7 stacks, that's another 35%. Pretty crazy. Might have been worth considering this game versus.
So si Ace naman magmamanta style din.
They're both incredible.
Ayaw nilang ma-root nung Crystal Maiden.
Obviously 110 damage is not.
Si Boxy medyo ano na din, tumataba na din yung centaur as a support guys Pero si Tofu, yung mechanism build niya dito, talagang game changer.
Oh, you know it.
Who's the best hero in the game for that neutral?
Game changer.
Something that was extremely broken. What was it? Lina is definitely up there. She's very good,
but not the best.
No, I'm trying to think.
Naalala ko pa yung hoodwink moments.
For example,
na Mortimer's kisses ni Hoodwink. Naalala ko yun. Sinave ko yung video na yun Nandyan pa rin nasa channel pa rin. Nasa shorts pa natin ata yun. Mortimer's kisses ni Hoodwink. Okay. Eto, magsisecure na ng deep warding si Tofu. Pero parang alam ni Snaking to Mallorin is here. May Chronosphere na available si Mickey. LSA will connect. Yun na nga na burst si Skeeter. Mabagal ang reaction time. Tumatanda na. Meanwhile, Tofu makikita dito si Snaking. Broken hearted. Kaso nandito si Mallorin and the Chronosphere. Nasaan na? Hindi kinumit yung Chronosphere. Andito si Amar na Chronosphere. Nakaiwas si Nisha and Amar will fall. 3 heroes down para sa side ng Falcons. Hindi pa tapos. Boxy sumubok mag-cancel ng stun and that would be a fail. Wow. Ganda nung Symphony of Skills. At eto na nga, dahil nanalo sila sa clash na yon, it will open up the opportunity to get the first Aegis of the Immortal dito sa game number 3 guys. Sa mga liquid fans natin dyan, maganda-ganda nangyayari. Sa Team Falcons naman, still not the end of the game. There's always a way to come back. Nagkanda leche na, yun na nga. Eto naman si Mallorin, susubok gumawa ng play. Makikita yung dalawang hero. Napakagandang barrow strike into, of course, right clicks ni Skitter, and Ace will fall as well. Life Stealer getting a double kill on that one. Manta style is up para din dito sa Life Stealer. Si Nisha naman will go for Hex sa kanyang next item. Maganda tong item choice ni Nisha. Nag-ano siya dito, early A on this. Para lang hindi siya ma-burst or ma-burst down. Skeeter, papalagan dito si Mickey, and Mickey nasasaktan sa right click. Let's go Liquid, sana di ma-choke, sabi ni Play with Zyrina dito.
Really fast now that he has this trio of items complete. Gonna work on a Scotty next. This is actually not necessary to buy to unlock Refresher on Void when you're going Ags. A lot of the time when you play the Mjolnir build, you will see Voids by Scotty because they need the mana.
Naka-solo kill dun si Nisha, guys.
Ags does, however,
nadali na si Crit dun.
So he's just getting it regardless. There was obviously some other options you could have considered here.
Oy, yun lang. Ikaw naman ang kapalit. Uy, inulti pa ni Snaking yun. Wag lang makatakas. So, baba sa 4K gold lead. Ang lamang dito ng Team Liquid. And Falcons will get another objective. This time, Tormentor ang kanilang hunt.
Can't have that in the game 3. Already had 2 stomps.
Babay na Falcon. I don't know. Ito, medyo pumapalag-palag pa. May mga choke points pa rin yung Liquid like Nisha, no? Naka-pick off naman siya ng clockwork, pero kapalit ng buhay niya yun. Bigay nyo na sa Falcon Liquid kasi kung kayo makakapasok, food trip lang kayo sa Vision at Spirit. Falcon may laban-laban pa. Sabi dito ni Cygnus.
You do damage when you come to
Okay, Boxy getting that haste rune.
In this game, you're gonna infest your allies almost always.
Sino ang hunt niya dito? We'll see.
Around yourself.
Naka-gem na din siya.
You know, depending on what creep you infest, that's not really that great. It can be a decent amount of damage if you invest more of a strong creep, but it's like you're not gonna pay 1,400 gold for this.
So Manta style na din si Ace sa kanyang Viper. Si Amar naman, Manta style BKB. Next item will be Heart of Taras. Gusto niyang kahit papaano tumagal siya habang naka-static link kahit mamatay na siya para free fight na lang kay Malrin at saka kay Skitter. Teka lang, Snaking. What are you doing here? Uy, nag-stampede pa. For what?
Misha looked like he needed it in mid actually.
Makakasayaw ba Nike sa Chrono? I don't think so. Pero yun nga, kaya siguro mag-Heart of Taras yung Razor para kung mas static link man si Faceless Boy at kahit mamatay siya, ito na nga yung pera padala. Nisha! Mabubuhay ba? Mabubuhay ba? Buhay pa rin! At eto na si Mickey! Chronosphere na huli yung Clockwork only! Sino pa yung next? Ayun! Nabushwak si Skitter! Tofu will secure the kill! Oh no! Na-counter initiate din sila doon! Na-counter go! Hindi pa tapos si Boxy, guys. Gusto niya pang puntahan dito si Malrin. Akala niya tapos na. Pero hindi pa. Napakabilis nga lang ng reaction dito. Wala nang pang-cancel niyan. Ayun na nga, hindi man na-chrono yung life stealer. Nadali pa rin. So si Amar nandito, alam ni Nisha yan. Alam ni Nisha ang oy, teka lang. Kaya ba? Oy, nag-TP na lang paalis. Sakit din More than kalahati yung HP dito isang combo ng Lina.
Do your best, Cinderin.
Alright, I'm good.
Oo nga no? Iba talaga yung reaction time ng Amar. Mabilis kamay talaga ng Amar. Pero si Skitter medyo medyo may delay pa ng 0.5 seconds So Aghanim Scepter na dito si Faceless Void. Next item niya will be MKB. Mag-expire na din yung Aegis. 5 seconds. There you go, siningil na yung Aegis. So kahit pa paano susubok ng pumalag dito ang Falcons. Teka lang, eto si Snaking. Nahuli dito si Hoodwink. Hoodwink! Siya na lang ang mabibigyan. Killing spree na si Malrin. Gumamit pa ng, hindi. Kala ko gumamit ng Epicenter just to secure that kill. Si Viper naman, mag-ayop Scotty din. Gusto niya ding mag-contribute ng damage. Nakayop Scotty na din dito si Faceless Void, guys. Nagpalit siya ng ng option dito. Nag-BKB na lang daw. Late game, Liquid ako late game. Pwede mag-double chrono Pwede mag-double chrono. Tapos si Boxy as a support. Pwedeng mga kung late game like super long game mag Heart of Taras. Parang yung yung typical offlane na build si Boxy. Tapos pwede din mag-change ng build yung Lina kung kakailanganin niya. Pansin ko dyan kay Skitter, Kuya Reps, ang tipid sa skill lagi kahit pag may BKB hindi agad nagkiklik kaya imbes na mabuhay patay agad. Nachi-change stun siya lagi Sumobra yung ingat. Uy, teka lang. Mickey.
How much do they even have to dump in the Chronosphere? I haven't really talked about that aspect too much.
Okay. Tatrabahuin nata nila dito si Amar.
No wombo combo though.
No, not.
Which is what
Si Lina naman. Oy, malapit na sa Hex ha. Si Nisha, guys. Malapit na sa Hex. Ace exposing himself dito sa mid lane. Ang Team Falcons naman dun sa kabilang side ng map sa may top lane. Teka lang, crit. Humahanap ng possible na hookshot. Ayun na nga yung hookshot. But again, yung magic resistance dito ni Nisha. Nahuli na naman si Skeeter, guys. Magte-teleport. Hindi na nakapag-teleport. Silang dalawa na naman yung nabigyan. Hindi pwede. Galit na si Amar sa'yo, Skeeter. Why are you playing like that? Tay dyan.
With no information. This seems very, very desperate from Falcon's side.
Ayan na nga. Denied na si Amar, guys. Nang gigil na. The stun is there but BKB. Quick reaction coming from the Razor para lang hindi siya mabigyan. Talo na sa bet, talo pa sa predict. Sabi dito ni Cygnus. Tier 2 tower will be taken by Liquid. 35 minutes in the game. Dito sa bottom lane. 12k gold lead ang kanilang ine-enjoy. At kakatok sila sa high ground kahit walang Aegis. Walang laro daw si Skeeter. Nagkakalat yung life stealer. Religions are scam. Boss, para I miss you, guess who? Teka lang, give me a clue, brother. Give me a clue. Picture. Wala. Hindi familiar yung picture. Teka. Pag binigyan mo ako ng clue, baka masagot ko yan.
Yep, Roche is up. So, you can finish this Scotty on the Faceless Void.
Teka, sino bang friend kong atheist? Hindi naman, sorry. Hindi naman pala atheist. Against lang sa religion. Yan. This band is coming, sabi nga dito ni Cygnus. Posible, no? Rebuilding na, no? Rebuilding. Give me some clue.
Oh no, Viper can't even get it. No.
Last pick Void, panigurado lang, sabi ni Graphite Man. Si Amar, eto na, naka Heart of Trust na si Amar. Susubok siyang kumuha din ng Aeon Disc dito. And Refresher Orb. Kaso napakalayo pa sa katotohanan.
Knowing his normal build. Because I have serious damage concerns for Falcons going down.
I guess hindi nag-pay off yung Razor pick. Hindi dapat, I don't know, hindi dapat ganito yung hero ni Amar eh. Like, you know, last game na ganito, do or die game, hindi ka dapat mag-Razor eh. Sobrang limited ng pwedeng gawin. Ang bilis ng kamay ni Amar eh. Mechanically, ano siya eh. Alam mo yun? Like, quick talaga yung mechanical skills niya. Tapos Razor. I don't think this is a good pick para sa kanila. Antipolo, kalaro ka, kwentuhan mo before ka mag Middle East, then nag-AO ka pa. Papa-tour din dapat tayo before. Si Digmig. Okay. Bakit ka nagpalit ng pangalan? Kamusta? Okay, Malrin. Okay, mapabap na ni Nisha. Mabilis na ginamit yung kanyang ano dito, Flame Cloak. Oy, nahuli ka agad si ano dito, Sand King. Boxy. Tamang escape lang nung uy, teka lang, nahuli na agad si Crit. Mabilis na namatay. And Malrin. Uy, nahuli dito si Mickey. Nag-BKB out. Andiyan na yung Chronosphere. Nahuli na dito si Sand King. And Ace. Free hit dun sa Sand King. Buhay ba? Hindi mabubuhay, Skeeter. Napapalibutan na ng mga Liquid. Teleport na lang si Amar pa uwi. Disaster again para sa Falcons. Oh no. Hindi nila alam kung sino i-go nila. They were scattered everywhere. Wala silang focus kung sino ang kanilang gustong bigyan. Amar nandito sa top lane. Boxy hindi pa tapos. He wants more. Wala nang BKB to si Amar. Pumalag. Oy, teka. Kita sa mapa yan. Eto na si Nisha. Eto na si Nisha na Hex. Amar, na-stun. Na-stun ulit. Mickey, another bash. And Amar will fall. Mickey unstoppable.
And now it's all opened up for Liquid.
Eto na ang high ground push with Aegis and 4 heroes down para sa Falcons. Is this goodbye para sa defending champs, guys? May dagon pa dito si Nisha. Okay.
The moment we said this wasn't gonna be a stomp, it's been
Oh, 23k na ang gold lead ng Liquid. Two set of racks ang kanilang masesecure after that crazy team fight dun sa Roche Pit.
Two full lanes, you still have Aegis, you have Chrono in 30 seconds, you have decent resources on your heroes.
And to add insult to injury, he gets Conjurer's Catalyst.
Of course.
Why not?
Takes the
Wala na yan. Paano nila papatayin yung Viper at Void? Ayun na nga. At hindi na ano to. Hindi na pagbibigyan ng Liquid na makakambak pa to. Si Crit? What is he gonna do? Ace?
That was fast.
Yeah, that was. That's what happened.
Tofu?
25k it seems. Malrain in the sideline. They're gonna use Roche Banner. Ace has the shard now.
Nag-smoke? Na-pop yung smoke? Crit? Nag-blink out na lang. And Malrain na Hex! Butit, nakapag-Burrow Strike. Ang bilis nung reaction doon. Meanwhile, Boxy nag-blink in. Skitter. Umaharap. May Chronosphere to ha. May Chronosphere to si Mickey. Huwag matigas ulo. Skitter.
Building starting to go down pretty slowly. They have 2 siege units as well with the Roche Banner as cover. And Skeeter, he's backstabbing. He's trying to get back to his base, poor guy. Let that creep go.
Scouting.
Oh my. Walang pakialam ang Liquid. Meron silang banner, meron silang Aegis. Andito si Viper at mamamatay na nga yung creep ni Skitter. Skitter, pinalaga na lang si Mickey. Mickey! Where's the Chrono? Asa na? Andun yung stamp and Skitter will fall. May buyback dito si Skitter, guys ha. Ito na yung Faceless Void. Tamang in and out lang. Nahuli ng LSA. Eto na si Malrain sa kanyang epicenter. Mabubuhay pa rin yung Hoodwing. And Amar, hinahabol dito yung Viper ni Ace. Kaso na-stun siya ni Boxy. Meanwhile, Mickey, tamang trabaho lang sa backlines. Mabubuhay ba? Malrain will fall. And Skitter, naparage na lang. Susubukan bigyan dito si Yanisha. Kaso nagpop na yung kanyang Aeon Disc. Nagmanta style. And GG was called. Laglag ang Falcons, guys. Liquid. Oh.
Just the better team overall today.
Ayun na nga. And Liquid will proceed to the next round, guys.
When we got to that later portion of the mid game, this was
Napakaganda nung nung last draft doon. Well, hindi na maximize ng Falcons yung kanilang early game potential dahil medyo na-delay si Malrain sa kanyang Blink Dagger at minaximize naman yan ng Team Liquid.
Unfortunate to see, but
so that's it for this stream, guys. Babalik tayo sa Team Vision versus Team Spirit. Okay? So isa-stop ko lang tong stream na to. Kita-kita tayo dun sa susunod na stream. Alright? Thank you sa 206 na nanood, guys. Kung nag-enjoy kayong manood dito sa channel na to, don't forget to hit like and subscribe at i-on nyo na din yung notification bell para pag nag-live tayo ulit, may inform kayo sa inyong mga YouTube channels. And tuloy-tuloy ang casting at kwentuhan dito sa ating chat box. Thank you so much. And kita-kits tayo dun sa susunod na stream. Alright.